Liberty Center, Tigers hit the field. Orange and black, the power to wield. Claws out, fangs sharp, hearts full of pride. On this gridiron, we ain't trying to hide. Quarterback's got an arm like a cannon. Linebacker strike, you don't know what happened. Running back cuts, defenders in the rear. Fans in the stands roar loud and clear. Hit Liberty, run that score high. Orange and black make them wonder why. Hit Liberty, show them what we got. Tigers on the prowl, we can't be stopped. Coach got the plays, got the strategy. Defense like a wall, pure energy. Special teams turning the tide fast. Every single play makes the moment last. Cheerleaders hype, crowd in a frenzy. Marching band plays, beats dropping heavy. Sidelines electric, can't fake that zeal. Tigers on the hunt, it's all so real. Hit Liberty, run that score high. Orange and black make them wonder why. Hit Liberty, show them what we got. Tigers on the prowl, we can't be stopped.
Good morning, and another version of On the 50 after week 3. The preseason slate is over, and Coach Casey Moeller, just the wheels just keep turning. Not a lot of celebrating, not a lot of stop and admire your work. You've got work to do, and that's kind of, you never look backwards. So we're going to force you to do that in these 25-minute little programs we do for our fans. But Otsego, we were upstairs, and we felt like they're getting better. That coaching staff, really good. Jerry Rutherford's coaching as an assistant. His son has won 60 games. Both were Giants at Eastwood. So you knew you were going to get a good and well-coached program coming in, and Otsego has some numbers, has some momentum in those younger grades. Talk a little bit about what you thought about that Otsego game.
Well, I think they came in with a game plan and early on really tried to stick to it.
Yeah.
They bled the play clock down as much as they could, and they did their stuff. And, with that offense, they're going to have some success here and there, and they were able to move the chains a little bit, which bled the play clock a little bit more. So early on, the time of possession was quite a bit in their favor, minimized our opportunities to score. We got a couple turnovers and kind of got a couple quick scores, which kind of forced them to speed up a little bit and played into our hands. And we kind of knew that was coming. And that was a game we almost, if we win the coin toss, we always want to defer. And that was one we thought about, maybe we want to take the ball.
Yep.
If we can get a score early, then kind of put them behind the 8 ball. But I think they won the toss anyway, so it didn't matter. They kind of did that, and they're young. And they've got a lot of really good athletes, and they made some plays on us. But I thought our guys stuck to the game plan, and when we did make mistakes, we got those corrected, and we were able to kind of get things rolling then. First
quarter, Jigs and I were talking through the quarter, and they got some things done, a lot of first downs. They did drain the play clock. We gave up some inside run, which is something I didn't think we would give up or they would be able to kind of set the tone with, but they did. They had some nice inside runs with the fullback. The quarterback had some nice reads for a young guy. So I really thought quarter one, they did some things that showed up on film that, other opponents will see. Talk about Q1 and the things that I know you and Matt went right to work because you disappeared them. It wasn't like they even played after Q1. But what were the things that alerted you or startled you like, wait a minute, we should be controlling the line of scrimmage. This is kind of our deal, and we weren't. They really controlled us a little bit.
Well, I think some of it is just kind of where we fit. And if you give them, you take a bad angle, they're athletic enough that they can make you pay. And that was a little bit like the quarterback was fake a dive one way and was almost really diving back the other way. Yeah. And we had a player just kind of get a little bit nosy and stick his nose in a little bit too far inside, and they were able to bounce it out. We didn't have a fit out there. The fit was inside, so we got two guys in the same gap, and they exploit that. Mm-hmm. They ran a dive where we took on the block wrong, and instead of forcing it back to where our help was coming from, we got sealed off, and again, two guys in one gap, and they get a chunk play. And so once you get those things kind of figured out, make sure we're doing this, make sure we're doing that. You get your run fits, you get hats in each gap, and you can kind of control things a little bit better. And that's where today you got the sideline technology, and you can go back and look at, okay, what happened on this play, and then you got to make those corrections. 10, 15 years ago, you didn't have that, and it was like
It's halftime.
you gotta figure out on the fly kind of what's going on and brainstorm. Now you can kind of see it on the sideline. So, once we got that stuff figured out and then got a couple score lead, we were able to, gain momentum and use that.
So we had Nick Miller in with Jiggs and I doing a podcast, kind of digging into the offensive line and some of his coaching career. He's such a great coach. And we asked him, what's the biggest difference between, because we'd have to make these corrections at halftime and you're relying on kids' information and, upstairs and just piecing corrections together or adjustments. And you were very good at that as a coordinator. But he said it was the sideline technology that was a huge difference maker. And he doesn't like technology. He's more analog like maybe I am, which is kind of good too. You're rooted in analog, but you're using tools. But he said, I look at something and it's a series to series, sometimes even a snap to snap correction. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. And, sometimes you rely on the technology too much. We've had times where the technology isn't working and it's like,
I'm blind.
You're frozen and you're not sure what to do, and you got to go back and you got to rely on what the kids are telling you and what you're seeing and things like that. But, the technology has really changed the way you go about things on the sideline. And even there, we're probably behind on the technology. A lot of schools now are using drones. And when you look at, we scrimmaged Perkins and they had a drone and they sent us that film. And it's like, oh my gosh, what you can see with that is way different than even the end zone camera. So, that's something we're exploring. You can't use those in playoffs and things like that. But, the drone stuff is pretty cool. But that technology has really advanced and helped coaching.
That airspace you have to share with LC Tiger Sports Live. The captain, Mark Bly, we did some experimental. Some of it was good. Some of it didn't go as well, but we're trying different things. Those views are spectacular.
Yeah.
And Jiggs is like, Barrett, look at this end zone view. And then we got a view from the drone. It's like, whoa, now we're seeing something. End zone with the all-22. It's an amazing technology.
Yeah, and we've been to a couple clinics where we listen to a coach talk about this is the best thing we've ever done. We use it every day in practice.
Yeah.
So those are things we're looking at. Probably not for this year, but you got to have a licensed pilot for those things sometimes and everything else. And Tyson Andrews on staff has a drone he uses for work in the agriculture business, so we kind of have a lead there. But it's high tech stuff, and you got to have permission and everything. And we're worried about Friday with this flyover if we're going to get some kind of an attack on the drone from LC Tiger Sports Live or what's going to go on.
I really liked some of those early views. I was a little shocked, taken aback by, oh my gosh, it's an end zone and aerial and top to bottom and all 22. It just covers so much of the field, and technology doesn't stop, does it? I mean, Nick and I were joking, like, I am kind of stuck. I'm kind of stuck at the end of my career. I don't really want to go any farther. I prefer analog stuff, but when you see it, it is wonderful technology, and it also involves other people. I've always been one to like to involve lots of people, not just the coaches and players. That's always a standard, but you got a video guy and you got a kicking coach and you got all these different, and then everybody plays a role, and it makes us better. It makes us deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And it takes a village, and you got to have an organization around you that is there to help you, and we've been blessed with that.
Talk about in the pregame a little bit about your focus on the game. I see you walking around each of the position groups and making sure guys are getting ready, but it was a neat thing to see all the youth football players lead. A couple of them got run over at the end of the tunnel, which always happens, but to see 80, 90, 100 kids all dressed in orange and black leading your team out, and you guys are wearing black tops, and just the whole, I don't know, it was just performance. It looked like an entire, if I'm out Otsio going, that's really what this has got to look like, is this youth program, retain everybody in junior high, which we're doing. Those guys are fabulous. And then that's why you get these roster sizes, 68, 70 kids a year. But it starts with the little guys. When you see that, what do you think?
Well, I think that's the lifeblood of our program. I mean, without that, you get up to the high school level, that's where you're going to run into other programs that are struggling with 35 to 40 kids that they can be competitive, but it's hard to develop because you might not have a freshman team, you might not have a JV team. And just the emphasis on get kids out, give them a reason to want to play football, make it special, let them play. Even at the junior high level, we want everybody playing, getting reps, and because you never know how a kid's going to develop, even at that age. The growth from 6th grade to 7th grade is different for everybody.
Yeah.
The growth from 7th grade to 8th grade is different for everybody, and even 8th to 9th, it's different. And then after 9th grade, I think guys are pretty much maturing and kind of leveling off, and so you get some of those guys that were diamonds in the rough, being more polished as they get older, but it's because they have those opportunities when they're younger. They kept them out because it's fun. It's not too burdensome that
Right.
you're traveling all over Northwest Ohio all weekend, playing games and trying to win Super Bowls when you're in 5th grade. I think the emphasis on fun and fundamentals is exactly what you need, and I don't understand why more communities and schools aren't adopting that philosophy.
We think the same way too. We're like, come over, let's talk. We want other programs to be good.
I think other programs that thrive is going to help us thrive. We don't want
For
this to
sure.
be a dying sport in Northwest Ohio.
And there's some of that going on.
Sure.
Roster sizes are shrinking. Coaches are retiring, resigning. Continuity lacking. These programs on the youth level, the junior high level, limited. I would love to see this. I do think we're at a low point in a lot of other geographies in terms of program size and interest. We're not.
No.
Todd Spangler said, we're not. Well, agreed, but we don't want to go through these weeks where we're going up against struggling programs,
Well, we're struggling right now at the varsity level trying to find freshman and JV games.
Right. Yes.
We played Eastwood in JV. We don't have another JV game scheduled until next week. So it's like 3 weeks off.
And someone says, where's all the league JV teams? Because they've always had them. We always had. When you were growing up and when you were a coordinator through we had a full slate of JV games. It also helps your coaches. You give them the play calling responsibilities and the substituting and the situational football. It helps us up and down the line.
Right.
When they don't have it, programs are struggling. That's a whole topic for another time, but It's great to, as a coach, you've got to be prideful to see all of that because, your son came up through that. He loved it. My kids loved it. My daughter, your daughter, they had a whole team together back when they were in school. They loved it,
Like I said, it's kind of special and unique, and it's what really keeps us, competitive year after year.
Yeah. Otsego, quarter 2, whole thing changed. We got on track. We forced them to pitch the ball, got out of inside run. That was a Matt Bryan collaboration with, I'm sure, the staff saying, that's it, make them pitch it, put them on island, let's start tagging him a little bit. And you did. I think it's responsibility football, assignment football, dive man, quarterback, pitch guy, and once you started seeing that cleaned up, that was the ball game. So it didn't take long for us to adjust, put some licks on the young quarterback, who's going to be good, by the way.
Yeah.
That Otsego team is going to be really good because of him.
Absolutely.
But I think he struggled pitching it, picked up some fumbles, and then there we go.
Well, I thought we did a good job of forcing him to pitch it probably before he wanted to.
Yes.
It was quick decisions, and not just before he wanted to. The running backs maybe weren't prepared. The spacing wasn't what they wanted, and I think that forced a couple of fumbles, at least getting the pigskin on the ground, and we were able to take advantage of that and then get him behind the sticks a little bit more if we didn't get the ball. But definitely forcing that issue, and that was really our guys playing downhill and not waiting for them to come at us and just standing there like a deer frozen in the headlights. We were kind of in attack mode, but it had to be a controlled attack. Like if you just fly upfield, they just duck under you and keep going. So we had to make sure that our spacing was good, our timing was good, but it was definitely attack mode. And I thought our perimeter guys did a really good job of taking care of that phase of the game.
They brought Jerry Rutherford back, I think, to coach with his son. They all came from Eastwood together. Jerry's a legend there. And I heard Jerry in an interview when he was coming back to coach with his son. And old hat. And he's like, we're going to go counterculture. This 5 wide and all these athletes, we don't always have that. So we got to have it all. Sounds like us. We've been with the wing tee, although you've made it now much more multiple in its formations. It's a much more dynamic wing tee, obviously. But they wanted to get into an offense, too, like a throwback. No one's prepared to see this.
Right.
We have athletes. We can do this. And, we don't really throw much out of it. Look like a service academy, as we talked about. But I kind of give them – they want to go back to some rooted old-school football like we've done in the wing tee. I think that can be effective long-term for their program.
Well, I think that offense fits their personnel.
Yes.
They don't have big offensive linemen. They've got small guys like the service academies that can get up to level 2. We don't have to block everybody one-on-one. We can leave guys unblocked because if they're not disciplined, we can take advantage of that in certain ways. And then they've got, quick, fast athletes that can get out on the perimeter. They can hit things quick inside. And I think it's really a good offense for what they've got. And I think, Craig realized that and thought, you know what, we can do something with this. And it might take them another year before they really explode, but you can see, they're going to be really successful this year running that and only get better.
Well, Craig and Jerry almost have 300 wins combined. That's a lot of victories. You know what that's like, having a Rex Lingard around here winning 253, 63 games, and here you are at 90 already. So that's excellent. Let's talk about your snipers. Jiggs had said in the pregame, boy, this is a game for the snipers tonight. They're going to be on an island, and they've got to do their job and really focus on the snipers tonight. Not that everybody else can't do their job. They did it. But I really felt Orth had a great game. I really felt Mason Smith did some great things. I really felt like Sonnenberg had a tremendous game. What a presence to bring him back. Whoa, what a difference maker. Talk about, and all the guys contributed, but those guys really stood out in your sniper room.
Yeah, we feel like we're pretty deep at that position because we got a lot of senior guys that have waited their turn and getting an opportunity, and they each do something a little bit different. Mason Smith's a big-bodied guy. We like him versus, in that run game where he can be physical. Caden is, thank goodness he's back. He battled some illness there.
Big difference maker.
And I think he realizes, you got to be ready anytime. He's playing on borrowed time, so to speak, or at least knows what it's like to not be able to play, so he's very motivated. Isaac Orth is still learning the position. He made a position change, in the summer and is still kind of figuring that out, but is very skilled and picking up on it very quickly. And then JT Olcrew's a guy, we can put in there as a cover guy, cat quick.
And made some plays in the
makes plays
in the pass game for you, yeah.
And has really stepped up and become more of a physical player at that position than we thought he would be. So we like what we've got there. They each have a unique skill set that we can use. Probably aren't going to play every snap like they would like to, but situationally we can move those pieces around and utilize them, their talents, the best we can. And then we got another guy, Brady Badenhop is one who's
up
really
and comer there
at that position, and we like what he's doing, and he just needs some more reps at the JV level, and he'll be ready to go at the varsity level if need be. So those guys played really well. We need to continue to grow each week at that position. And we're going to have some different challenges when we face spread teams that are going to throw the ball around and things like that.
Well,
so
you did that, and that was the JT Old crew and that whole depth prior to Sonnenberg being back. They were fantastic against Tenora and Eastwood. So you're right, that group really stood out to us, and I knew you knew that was going to be the case, and they were great. And again, getting Sonnenberg back, so important. You talk about borrowed time. You talk about guys like Mason Smith paying their dues, JT Old crew. You do all this work, and you play freshmen, and you go to scout team, and you got to run your guts out, and in the weight room all those summers. And a guy like Tyler Roars is ready to accept his reward. He had earned a starting job at wing, great player, had come off a great track season. He's your wing, he's your corner, and a knee injury, and just crushing, because that guy is a great-looking athlete who we needed. We lost 4 defensive backs last year. You stuck him right in there. He didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, it's devastating, for him and his family. For me, it's devastating because I don't, what do you say to a kid like that? There's nothing I can say that's going to make it any better. You can't physically make him better, and it just stinks that his season's cut short because of that. But you're right. I mean, coming out of last season, he was a great special teams guy for us. Like
won multiple awards, Punisher Award.
Special teams player of the year for us, and it was one where, I said, okay, we have to have him on the field. We got to find a spot for him, and wingback was an open position, and he picked up on it quickly and was playing great. And then corner was another one. We felt like his skill set with his speed and would be well there, and he physically had developed and gotten stronger, and we knew he would be able to play out there and was doing a great job there in just jumping for a pass, and your ligament gives out or whatever, and it stinks. And the only thing I could really tell him when he finally got the news that we were hoping it wasn't,
Right.
was, you know what, you're going to have a role in this team, and he does have a role in this team. It's just not the role that he wanted. So it can be a dark, lonely place when you're going through that rehab and stuff like that. And but we're going to keep him involved as much as we possibly can, because he's still a huge part of this team, and he's an emotional leader for us. Smart kid, and he can help the younger guys, what they're doing, and keep an eye on them. So he's going to have a definite role on our team. Just like I said, it's not going to be the one he wanted or we wanted for him.
Unfortunately, I had two of those. I had Beatrice Barrett as a sophomore, having a good basketball season, and then I still had Baxter last year, almost the same time, against Otsego. We saw the parents afterwards. They were ready to have. They're going to have a great year, and it's going to be a great year, but it's going to be a different kind of great year. Difficult, but I saw him as a freshman at Defiance. I'm sure you remember, but he did some things in the later part of the scrimmage. You're like, whoa, he kind of flashed speed, and then you saw him in track. Like, that's a man. Like, that is a dude with some shoulders and some legs on him. Like, he's going to do some stuff for us. And then I thought the scrimmage season went extremely well. Very bright player as well. High IQ. And then he started. I was worried about him at corner. Then he started making some plays. Physicality, speed. Tyler Roars had the full package. And, you get Sonnenberg back after maybe a scare that you might not have him, and you lose Tyler Roars. I guess it's awesome to have depth, and the senior class is so good. They've been so good for so long, the seniors, generationally, but this is a big loss for us.
Yeah, and, your depth takes a little bit of a ding.
For sure.
But just outside of that, you feel terrible for a kid that's waited so long and worked so hard, and then it's taken from him prematurely.
Well, I hope his teammates, I'm sure they do, they've been through this before, see that, and you're playing for Liberty Center, you're playing, for coaches, you're playing to win things, but you're also sometimes playing for your teammates, and I think that's where these guys are going to be for Tyler Roars, because he's a big part of this. Overcoming that injury, we'll see. I think we've got the guys, but emotionally it's a tough loss for us. Let's talk briefly about Swanton, a program that has struggled. It really has, and boy, that's not what you and I were used to throughout our careers.
No.
They were league championship caliber, state playoff deep. Dave Hansbarger, one of the all-time greats in the league's history, 120 years of the league, or whatever. We've been playing football in this league. Man, it's changed a lot over there, and I understand, open enrollments and guys going to private schools, and they've just lost it, unfortunately. And it's when you go over there, you remember how it was. I remember how it was. I was talking to your brother about that, losing games, just wanting on a regular basis, and Mike Vickers was there and had great success against us, but it's been a struggle since 17 there. But this team looks like it has the beginnings of being able to threaten to win multiple games.
Yeah, they've been in games this year. They got to learn how to win, I think. But
relearn, because they had the winning program.
You look at them on film, and they're better than they were last year.
They're bigger.
They're very big up front.
Skilled guys on the field.
Got some athletes, and here's the thing: they're very young.
Yeah.
And that's part of it too. Is they don't have a lot of seniors. They're very junior dominated. Some sophomores in there. And when you don't have a lot of seniors in a program that hasn't been successful, that can be a challenge. And I think they're working through that. So I think things are on the upswing for them as long as they can keep those kids out. And it can be hard, though, when you're struggling to win games. You kind of think, okay, why am I doing this or whatever? And hopefully Coach McAfee can keep that going and build that program up. He's a great guy, and I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he's doing the right things.
Well, in continuity, I mean, Nick and I were talking about it during the podcast a little bit. Rex retires. You're right there for the job. No one really left. You've added some pieces. That's tremendous to have that kind of I mean, obviously, you played for Terry Miller and some of the coaches that have retired. I got a chance to coach your group, which 96 was my favorite year. We won at 97, but your group was great. Tremendous seniors. Just so much tradition and continuity in your coaching staff, history. You're friends with all these people. You went through the leaner years. You were the coordinator in some of those years. You were the freshman coach in some of those years. You were the junior high. You paid your dues as well, like Tyler Roars did. It's so good to have continuity, isn't it? I mean, you are so secure in looking in that coach's room and seeing so much talent and you know all these guys. You coached them or you played with them. How's that got to feel? Swanton doesn't have that.
Yeah.
We got it in spades.
I think that's a huge piece that people don't really realize or they overlook it is the continuity.
We take it for granted.
But you could look at every level. You look at the college level and the continuity that, universities have when they have, a really good coach and then they have a succession plan almost. Urban Meyer talks about he knew Ryan Day was going to be the next head coach and he went and told him, the administration. And things like that. And even in the NFL, people like the Steelers that what have they had 5 coaches in 50 years or something
3.
like that?
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin.
The Ravens, John Harbaugh's been there forever. And then you look at programs where you get a constant coaching change and, it's just not it's sustainable. It's not really successful. So we're really blessed that we've got guys that have been committed and we've had a seamless transition and hopefully Swanton can get that going.
Well, we're certainly looking for a good ball game on Friday on the road, have some special events in the pregame, a flyover at Swanton. I know that when I walk into that stadium, it just does something. I think it's a cool place, a little bit like Liberty Center, and you kind of remember all those battles with Swanton, and they were so good for so long. We hope Swanton can rebuild this program, Liberty Center. Friday night, I think, what time is kickoff? Is it 6:45?
6:45 kickoff.
A little bit early on the kickoff, and let's hope everybody comes out of this game healthy. You guys execute early and get what you need to get done and move to 4-0. So this is, I think, our first league game of the season.
Yes.
3-0 in the non-conference. Great start, Coach Muller. We'll see you on Friday, and anxious to get this thing going on Friday.
Good evening, Tiger sports fans, and welcome to the east side of Fulton County for tonight's contest between the Swanton Bulldogs and your Liberty Center Tigers. Hi, everybody. Jeremy Babcock, along with Brian Babcock and soon-to-be Scott Barrett. And Jigs, the Tigers are coming off a big win at home last week against Otsego. They're 3-0, and they're looking to be 4-0 tonight.
Yeah, this is a Liberty Center team that is firing on all cylinders here, offense, defense, special teams. It's really hard to find a weak spot for this Liberty Center team right now offensively. You got the run game going. Certainly the pass game has flashed in some of these games. Defensively, our front seven is tough to deal with.
Yes.
With our 3 down linemen just creating havoc and our linebackers flying around in the secondary, getting up to speed and making some plays. And then the special teams game. Caden Kreinbrink's been a great punter so far.
Yes.
Max Walker, Max Perry, Kreinbrink also kicking kickoffs and extra points. This team is certainly firing all cylinders right now. Coming into a game against Swanton, who's probably looking the other way. It's a team that is rebuilding. 0-3. Yeah. They've fallen on some hard times the last several years, trying to find their footing. And if you watch them on film, offensively this year, I kind of like what they've done compared to the last several years. They're going back more to a run game.
Okay.
They're going to be a lot of slot motion where they'll give to that guy. They're going to be looking to establish the run first and then pass the football. And I think, you see so many teams going away from the run in the league and in the surrounding areas. I think the run game is something that you have to get established if you're going to get a successful program. Swanton is going to try to do that tonight. They have a few linemen. If you listen to the podcast earlier this week, Nick Miller said that stand out and could play for Liberty Center. So they're gonna highlight a couple offensive linemen. They got a running back that's pretty nice, and they got a receiver that can get loose. So they got some individual talent that is going to test us in spots. The depth is probably going to be a little bit of a disadvantage for Swanton tonight. And the other thing to think about is just the mindset of Liberty Center. You come into a game 3-0. You're coming to a Swanton team that has not been a successful program the last several years. As a coaching staff, you don't want to see a fall off. You want to see the kids coming, ready to go, ready to play from early snap. So we'll see how this Liberty Center team responds from the get-go.
Sure. Really enjoyed the podcast this week with Coach Nick Miller on it. He brought some good inside info there. He just had some great insights about mindset, I liked how he even talked about the first play, the first drive of Otsego, how they moved the ball a little bit. And then all of a sudden, what did he said it was pretty much jitters, he thought.
Yeah.
But we settled down and didn't phase us. It didn't phase us. He talked about some little Debbie snacks on the inside of the locker room. It was great perspective.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that just goes to this coaching staff and how solid they are, how quickly these adjustments can be made in game with not the end of the quarter, not the end of the half, in game.
Yes.
In each single drive, they're able to make adjustments to both offensively and defensively. And there's been times where teams get going first, second drive, and you're like, ooh, what's going on here? And then immediately it just disappears. And a lot of times that's that coaching staff working on the sidelines, getting guys corrected, doing their jobs, get them in the right spots. And we certainly got a great staff.
Sure. Is there anything particular tonight that you think you'll see from Liberty, either offensively or defensively, that we're really looking to focus in on?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a consistent focus on the pass game. That has been something that they have highlighted. They have practiced a lot. That they're going to continue to look to do. And instead of an emergency use for the pass game, this is part of the game plan every single week. And we certainly have receivers that are very capable. Ethan Gray on the outside, Jackson Launa's back from the tight end position. You might see Isaiah Baden hop back tonight.
Yes, hopefully we see him back. Yeah.
JT Olcrew, Mason Smith. So plenty of guys, Garrison Cruz out of the backfield you've seen. So plenty of guys to throw the football to. I expect that to be a concerted effort to keep the pass game going. And then you have to keep the young guys ready and excited, right? I mean, you're going to probably see some freshmen and sophomores get into this football game tonight, and you're going to get some new numbers, some new names. That's exciting as a young player to be able to get your first action potentially tonight. So that's going to be exciting too. We saw a little bit of the young backfield last week, with Jake Way, Silvis, Spangler, kind of that sophomore connection. I expect to see a little bit more of them tonight.
Sure.
Liked what I saw from them last week. So kind of excited to see some of these young players.
For sure. As we see everybody getting ready for the anthem here this evening.
So we have a flyover that's going to be coming. Cole, what is the time clock on that here? Okay, so
at 6 minutes on the clock, the national anthem will play, and at that time the flyover, they're trying to synchronize it all, so at 6 minutes on the clock, we'll be good to go.
So then just getting back to Swanton, I don't know if anybody remembers last year they came to Liberty and there were some players that kind of stood out. They had a safety that was coming downhill, really playing well. So, just some numbers to keep in mind here for Swanton tonight. You're going to see number 1, Javi Horniak Ramsey, kind of a running back. He's a nice looking player. He's got some wheels in the outside. One of their best linemen is Zach Wiley, number 57. I think that's the one that Nick was talking about. He's a big kid, 6'4", 300 pounds.
Yes, he is.
He's got some nastiness on the defensive line. So keep an eye on number 57 for Swanton tonight. He's going to be going against a pretty established Liberty Center offensive line and defensive line. So if you want to key on matchups, that's a guy to keep in mind.
I see.
Incredibly flyover during the national anthem. Please, everyone, let's give them a big round of applause for their dedication to our country. Would you please rise for the playing of the Swanton alma mater? To honor America and for all the men and women again who have served or are now serving this great country, please rise and remove your hats and direct your attention for the presentation of colors for tonight's game as the band plays Sweet Land of Liberty. Presenting the colors tonight is the Swanton American Legion Post Murbach Seifert number 479 and the VFW Post 8598. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem and please remove your hats. Please remain standing for the flyover. It's coming in a few seconds.
awaiting this flyover. And here they come. And that right there, fans, is America. Fantastic. Whoa. That was cool. Very cool.
A lot of fans came to anticipate that, Jeremy, and there's probably more fans than Swanton typically brings to a game. They've struggled the last 7 years. I think winning 7 games in the last 8 years, and prior to that, they had back-to-back winning seasons. So Swanton no doubt has a history of a good program, but they have struggled mightily, Brian, and it's been a long 7 years for this program.
Yeah, it sure has. And you can tell when you turn the film on, this is a team searching for an identity, going back to the run game a little bit more this year, just trying to establish something and use some of the talent that they have. But you look at some of the numbers. I mean, they got 35 kids, I think, versus, almost 70 for Liberty Center. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, and it's tough to build talent, and it's tough to build depth when you only have 35 players.
Oh, continuity in coaches is important for Swanton, and Nate McAfee enters year number 2 last year, 0-10, and not a lot good happened for Swanton last year, but I've seen a better team defensively. In their 3 losses, they're averaging about 18 points given up. They've scored 1 touchdown in 3 games. And, Jeremy, you were a player in an era where Dave Hansbarger roamed the sidelines here in Swanton, and there were decades of wins here and playoff appearances, league championships, and Swanton always had that edginess and toughness to them that I think was old school NWOAL, but in the new era, they're trying to find their footing.
Yeah, they are. I remember some battles. I hit a guy named Ryan White, and I remembered. To this day, I remember it. Swanton has always had some good athletes, and you want to see that back. It's good for everybody.
No doubt.
The league, the school of Swanton, you want to see it. You want to see other schools follow that suit as well. We want a strong league. It's good for everybody.
It's been very difficult for Swanton to, like you said, try to find a footing. A lot of coaches have come and gone. They stay a year or two. They've had some established guys come in here and try to turn it around. St. John's has been kind of one of those private schools that have taken their top athletes.
Right.
But, the numbers are starting to grow on this roster, Brian, and you played in an era where Swanton was very good. I played in an era where they were a championship quality team, winning league championships. And Dave Hansbarger, Rex Lindgren had a great relationship. Both played a tough brand of football. Swanton's kind of that blue-collar railroad town, Swanton Welding, downtown here, funded this program and this community, and we do need a better Swanton.
Yeah.
And we're just, all of us are really anxious to see tonight. They've got athletes tonight. I'm really impressed with slot receiver Marquise Zalecki, a 6-foot, 175-pound athlete. You get him in space, he creates a lot of problems.
Yep.
And their quarterback, I think, is adequate. And Jade Wilson, he's a junior, a 6-footer, and their offensive line averages over 270 pounds. This offensive line for Swanton, Jeremy, is significant. And if they get on you, and like they've done it a couple snaps that I've seen, they can create holes and opportunities for their run game.
That's right. We'll see if they can do that tonight. As Swanton takes the field, the Tigers are out there. We got zeros on the clock, and we're ready to kick it off here in Swanton.
Liberty Center, white tops, black pants.
It's good luck.
Black helmets, the good luck, and Swanton in their purple tops, purple helmets, and black pants. And Brian, we talk about this coverage team. It's to die for.
Yeah.
It's to die for, and tonight we get a chance.
Max has got to keep it out of the end zone so we can see some hitting.
Yeah,
but he's just got such a good leg.
I think we'll see hitting regardless of where the ball goes.
Max Walker.
Beautiful night for football here,
Sure
Jeremy.
is. Beautiful night. And sunny downtown Swanton. Walker sticks a leg into it. And that is going to be still a free ball. Now it's going to be a touchback for Swanton.
Well, I can't blame the Swanton returner there for not being interested in returning that thing. If you turn the film on, you say you saw that hit last week of
business decision.
Trent Murdoch.
Murdoch holy smokes.
He put a lick
on
an Otsego kid last week. That was Tatum Murdoch, and that was impressive. Caught that in the highlight film, so Liberty Center gets to start out on defense. And
Play number 1, always important for the offense to get started well.
Swanton will start out of the gun. Handoff up the middle. Grabs a couple there. Zach Walker on the tackle.
Javi Hornick-Ramsey is one of their go-to guys in the backfield.
Yeah.
Getting a couple positive yards early, gets them and stays in front of the change jigs. That's a pretty good run for Swanton.
He's an athletic running back. If you get him loose in space, he's got some shake.
He's 2nd and 8 for Swanton. You give up the middle around the left side. Brought down by a whole host of Tigers. Great pursuit there by the Tiger defense.
Sean McGarry on a little bit of a delay. You know, it looked like it was going to be inside run. He kicked that thing out. And, again, these Swanton runners have some instinct. I mean, they've got an athletic backfield, a quarterback that's more than capable of running it and throwing it. So Swanton showing you a few things early.
Good block there on our kind of pinned our defensive end there to be able to get outside.
Big 3rd down here for Swanton early. They like to be out of the gun. Twins left and right. That's a fake, and now he's going to run the ball. He's not down yet.
Fumble.
That's a loose ball. That is loose in the end zone.
They mark him down. They're going to mark him down.
Boy.
His forward momentum had stopped long before, but that play was made by number 60, Kellen Weimer, to get the play started, and then number 30, Garrison Cruz, came and finished it.
Sure did.
That whistle could have blown a lot sooner.
Probably.
But
Gary almost acted like he was keeping him up to try to keep stripping that thing.
Yeah.
It was a good play.
Well, you know, and at quarterback, you know, holding the ball a little loosely, you could have maybe punched that thing out. But bottom line, Liberty stops them on this first drive. But a couple decent plays by Swanton, positive yards. So this should end up with pretty good field position for Liberty.
Swanton to punt. Good snap, good boot.
Got a chance here.
Fielded there off the left side by Badenhop, and he'll be brought down about the 35.
Good to see Isaiah back, Brian. I mean, he suffered that injury in the Eastwood game, jacked his jaw a little bit, and good to see him back, Jeremy. He's a real threat, one of our speed guys, and for a sophomore has played a big-time role both on defense and in special teams.
Yeah, really good to have him back. When he went down, I was concerned for the worst there, but glad to have him back. Liberty ready to go on offense with great field position here for their first possession. Cranebrinks out of the gun. He's going to go up top. Scrambles. He's got a man deep in the end zone. Sonnenberg. In and out of the hands. Incomplete. He had it for a second. He just couldn't quite hold on.
A good-looking throw, though, by Caden Cranbrink, who really stretches the field, has the ability to throw it 45, 55 yards. And Sonny had that. Caden had that.
Yeah, he did.
Won the route, had it, just couldn't secure it.
Foster kind of got in there. The defender late kind of punched that out. It was a good play by Cranbrink, though. First read, not there. He double-clutched and still able to get that ball out in front of Sonnenberg.
That was a really good throw. Really good. 2nd down here for the Tigers.
Liberty doing a lot of trading pre-snap, giving Swanton a bunch of looks.
Give off the right side to Cruz, and he will do it. See you later. Touchdown, Tigers.
We got a late flag.
Where's the flag at? Could be holding.
It might be holding in the
Liberty Center. You know, we like to get
second level.
We like to get downfield jigs and make blocks.
Cole, can we see that again?
That was kind of unnecessary, maybe, because Garrison got to the 0-1 pretty quickly. If we can see that replay and give us an idea who that might look like. Nope, a little bit late.
Missed it. Yeah.
Looked like it may have been a Deegan Swigert maybe or somebody on the left side, just getting down, making those touchdown blocks. And yeah, Jeremy, we make great effort to block downfield, and sometimes you don't need to because Garrison got in that 0-1.
He's his own blocker a lot of times, isn't he?
Be your own blocker and run away from people.
That works too. All right, we'll try her again here. 2nd down. Cranbrink. Give to Moeller off the left side. The ball may be out. It is. Waiting for the signal. Looks like the Tigers got it back.
You know, anytime you take a chance to go deep, Jigs, and you don't complete the pass, you're in these second and long, third and plus 10s, third and plus 5s, and, you know, Casey likes to stay in front of the chains. And,
right.
You know, a penalty, a drop pass, and sometimes you come into these games expecting just a roll, and sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Big third down here for the Tigers. Brink under center. He's going to fake play action up the middle. He's
Wide
got
open.
Muller out
Good
there
decision.
in the flats. First down and more.
Good cut.
The juking and jiving, and he's brought down to the 15. Great play there.
Really easy stuff for Caden, too. Easy rollout, easy progression. He had Muller early. He looked downfield to check it out and got it right to Muller for the first down.
He looks really composed.
Yeah.
When you give a guy like that 4 seconds and he can diagnose, that is a dangerous combination.
Really good cut, too, by Thomas Muller to get the extra yards.
Very good. As we've talked about before, the vision of Thomas is fantastic. Let's see what the Tigers do here on first down. Cruz lone setback. Pitch is to Baxter Barrett around the left side.
Another penalty flag, and
Another hold, huh?
Going to be another hold. Anytime you get outside on the shoulder of the defensive end or that walk-up sniper, outside linebacker, and another holding by Liberty Center. Again, this will not please Casey Moeller.
No.
Some penalties early, a dropped ball that was a really good-looking throw. Those things happen, but we're at 8:14 mark, and Liberty's had some negative plays. These penalties now piling up for Liberty Center.
Let's see if the Tigers can clean it up here. On first down, we got a funky set.
Bunch of big dudes.
On the left side. See what trickeration we're
Oh, boy,
doing
here we
here.
go. Little option
Crane
play.
Brink could option, and he does. Gary
Oh, my.
throws. He's got
him.
Wow.
He's got Gray in the end zone for a touchdown.
That
What a play that was, boys.
Who drew that one up?
That was like a swinging gate. You got all the big dudes to the short side, to the Liberty sideline with Baxter Barrett. And then you get a snap, and you got an option. So you option the defensive end. You toss it to Garrison Cruz, and Garrison Cruz makes kind of an interesting throw to Ethan Gray for
Put
the
it on there.
touchdown.
That was a good spiral. Maybe a little bit more
All
on
right,
it. but-
maybe needed more zoom on it, but accurate at least.
The point after try is good by Walker. Little backyard football draw up worked for the Tigers. And it is 7-0 here with 7:57 left in the first quarter.
I think you saw some of Ethan Gray's ball skills there, too. Defender barreling down on him, go high point the football. That guy's got some ball skills. Nice catch there, Ethan Gray, for the touchdown.
He's a good route runner. He does a really nice job after the catch. His yards after catch are outstanding. And Jeremy, he's got a lot of skills. I mean, he's not a burner. He's not big. But everything he touches, turns to gold. I mean, he does a lot of good things. And
I've
that
heard
right
it
there.
said slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And I think that describes Ethan Gray very well.
Well, he doesn't, jump out on film like, whoa, that guy's running a 4.4, but
That's
just
right.
easy speed,
Yep.
nice
right.
hands. You always talk about smooth, being athletic, and I love the play design. I mean, Liberty's kind of a couple penalties, drop pass, and and those aren't the worst things to put on film either.
Well, that's right.
You put that on film and you share that film, guys are looking like, what is Liberty Center doing? That's not their bread and butter to get all ritzy-ratsy, but I'll take it. Liberty takes the lead early, and I don't know that this is going to be a game where Liberty's going to be threatened a whole lot, but I think the second series on offense, we got to clean it up, tighten up a little bit.
Definitely. Walker back to kick the ball off to Swanton.
Already starting to see some subs on the kickoff team. Watch number 35 here, though. Very interesting player in Brody Jakeway.
Goes with the squib, and that'll be downed at about the 27. Swanton will take over there on offense.
Keep your rosters in front of you as you're watching, because you're going to see a lot of players tonight. Good to see Adam Foster in this football game playing some corner. You're going to get some first-team reps out of the defense, but you'll start seeing some slow subs, Brian, if Liberty starts to get a couple touchdowns ahead.
Yeah, Old Crew and Sonnenberg at your snipers. JT's been solid, both offensively and defensively for us.
Swanton in the gun. He drops, looks, everybody's covered, and just gets rid of it there. Had Spangler bearing down on him.
Hunter Spangler's become an effective pass rusher
Yeah,
and
he
out of
has.
that 3 technique. And you think those guys was big, Jeremy, and they're just going to run into you and push it, but he's athletic. He can get around you.
Yes.
He's got some nice-looking pass rush combinations, and he's been in the backfield a lot the last 3 weeks.
Well, the ability we've talked about a lot to rush with 3.
They're dropping
And
8.
that is really important. We can do it with this defensive line.
I love what Coach Miller said in the podcast about that this week, too. It was
Got to be able to
good
do it.
perspective.
Hunter Spangler doing it really well with Kellen Weimer.
Second down for Swanton. He's got a man in the flats over there. He's going to be corralled and brought down by Cruz. They're about the 32.
I've always liked the swing pass when they get the linebackers matched up. You know, Swanton will go quick here, but good-looking play by Swanton. Running some tempo here. 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for Swanton. Looks, there's a ball out there to the right side, incomplete. Sonnenberg on the coverage. It'll be a 4th down, and Swanton's got a choice here to make.
There is no choice. You got to punt this football. You know, Caden Sonnenberg back just makes a huge difference in the back end of our defense. We talked about that early in the season, Jigs, having that experience, and he's athletic. He flashes. He's big. He's strong. He can do some things. I love putting him in the pass game and using athleticism, but, well, he's done a great job of shoring up after the injury to Tyler Roars.
He was right there in that play. Good job.
Good snap.
Oh, boy. Super
Not
shank.
a great kick over there on the right
boy.
side, and it is taking a liberty roll as well.
That might be a net negative
I
punt.
think so.
It might be.
I think it was.
I think it might be too.
You don't see that very often.
You want to see that. Uh-oh.
And they never blew the whistle, which I don't really understand. If Swanton touches it, the ball's dead. Tigers didn't hear the whistle, so they said, well, if you're going to blow it, we're going to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Not quite sure what that's all about.
Well, you have to tip your cap to Swanton to try to make something happen, but those are difficult when you're punting and you have a net negative and you've given Liberty the ball inside the 30-yard line. And that's tough.
Well, we talk about how special teams are so important, and we week in and week out we have a plus on the special teams versus the competition, and perfect example right there.
All right, Tigers take over here. About the 30-yard line. Crimebrink is in the gun.
Swanton 4-man rush here. 3 linebackers.
He gives straight ahead to Cruz. He's got room. He shakes left, breaks another tackle, and dragging a couple people down to about the 17.
Yeah, he's just a lot to handle for this young Swanton team. Not a lot of size on defense, and just a difficult matchup for anybody. I mean, really, Garrison Cruz, Jeremy, is a Division I football player, and most nights he looks at, comes out and dominates.
That's right.
Outside of that, kind of a cranky start against Tenora, he's been outstanding.
That's right. I wouldn't want to tackle him.
No.
I know that.
He's got speed and size, and he's athletic. All the tools.
Double tights for the Tigers. Gives straight ahead to Moeller. Moeller puts his head down. He's going to get about 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, that's been one of our most effective inside run plays all year, is that dive. And Moeller, he gets to the hole and makes the cut, and just starts to move the chains. Where again, ahead of the chains is right where KC wants to be this drive. A little bit more Liberty Center classic. They want to run this clock a little bit. Obviously, heavily advantaged Jeremy in this game, and you kind of want to be effective. You want to execute and get out of here with no injuries.
Yeah, stay focused, do your job. And that's what they're going to try to do here on second down. Crimebrink, play action, looks,
Easy,
slant
easy peasy
to Gray, and it's a Tiger touchdown.
Tell you what, that was a zipper inside the hash there.
What a throw. What a throw.
Accurate.
Great play design there. If you saw Isaiah was the inside receiver. Cole, if we can see that again after the extra point, Isaiah kind of ran him off that time, and then Ethan came right underneath it.
Like a little rub
that guy can throw a slant. That is a
that's
fastball, buddy.
That's kind of his deal, too. He throws that slant. But it really, as you said, it's the route combination that got him so far open. Let's see if we can watch that. Jigs, I think you nailed it. Hard to see that.
Stepping in to that throw.
Boom.
Yeah, you see Baden Hott behind that. He ran his guy off and came right underneath it. I like that design.
And just a good throw, too. And, again, we talked about it. Ethan, you put him in a 40-yard dash, and maybe you get 4.8, maybe you don't, but, boy, you get him in a route, and he's like 7'11". He's always open. That brother is always open with great hands, good route running, Ethan Gray. And I kind of like what I'm seeing. I mean, Casey's just been very balanced and doesn't really want to, he's going to be kind of vanilla, I'm sure, but the Swanton young defense has really struggled with Liberty's offense.
There are plays that coaches will draw up in weeks where they want to put, you mentioned it, on film. We have Patrick Henry coming. We got some teams coming that you want to put it on film and say, all right, I'm going to give you this formation. You better honor it, and you can't just jam the box for the run, because if you do, we can do this, and we can do it well.
Swanton has been, the first 2 drives, sitting in their base 4-3 defense with a lot of safeties, kind of like almost like a cover 2, but they're inside the hashes to kind of help with that inside run. But I think their plan makes some sense. But most teams add another guy to handle the run against Liberty, but not Swanton so far.
Walker, another great kick into the end zone, touchback. I think he 3-stepped that one.
I think that you can return those.
Well, they don't want to return.
I think because that ball is on the 3, and I think you just step back. Yeah. You make the catch and you go, and they're just making business decisions.
Decision.
That's a business decision, because I'm going that.
Yeah.
And really, he kind of outkicked his coverage a little bit, and Liberty has been subbing some young players. Make something happen. Now you're inside. You're on your 20-yard line, and let's see if Liberty can see if Swanton can get some things going on offense.
See Backelman, Swigert, Navarre on the defensive line starting off here.
Yeah, a little change up for the Tigers.
Still the starting linebacker crew, though.
Swanton in the gun.
They're going to be
play's going to be blown dead.
A false start. Shoo. And Swanton doesn't need any additional help, doing things that way. They really need to stay sound, and anytime you're moving. I know that play had some things going on. They'll try to throw the ball to the perimeter, but now you're first and 15, and now you're on your 15-yard line against one of the area's best defenses.
Hole that is hard to dig out of, certainly for Swanton.
Last year this was a 70-0 game, and Liberty took their foot off the gas, Jeremy, early.
Yeah. Yeah, it's trending that way early here in Swanton tonight as well. Swanton in the gun.
There it is.
Quick slant, complete. He's going to gain about 6 or 7 there.
It's a good-looking catch by Evan Stambaugh. I think that was at number 2. No, Connor Mitchie. Yeah, Connor Mitchie.
Good throw and catch.
And a good-looking athlete. Connor's 6'4", $185, and
runs pretty well too.
That's a positive play for Swanton. Good-looking throw too. Probably the best pickup Swan's had on offense so far, so good-looking play.
Bringing up 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. They like this Twins left and right set. Single back in the backfield. Quarterback's getting pressure, and he's going down by Sawyer Backelman.
Man, oh, man. Sawyer, I think he's got some innate pass rushing ability. That's his 3rd sack, and with limited reps, but his arms – he gets it extended. He wins those blocks, and he's quick. The next step off the block win, and he's long. He's in the quarterback's face.
It looked like that quarterback thought he could kind of run him, and that angle got taken away.
Man, oh, man.
I like the with him, too, kind of like Gray. Very smooth, athletic.
Yeah, sophomore.
The way he moves. I like
sophomore. Got some big-time sophomores in this roster right now.
3rd and long for Swanton. Takes it out of the gun. Going to throw out there to the right in the flats. Incomplete. Swanton's got to punt it away again.
Gary was licking his chops that time. He was underneath that route. If that would have been a good throw, he probably would have taken that back to the house. I'd like to see another return here, see if we can't get one for Ethan or Isaiah.
Well,
see if we get the wall. I don't even know. What is our returns anymore?
I'm not even sure.
Do we do the wall? Do we do a wall left, wall right?
Well, that's old school. Well, you're talking Rex Lindgren, wall left, wall right.
That's all we had.
It is. Well, it was good, too.
It was good. Ooh,
he barely gets that ball off.
Yeah, just a positive punt. Liberty's got to get away from it. Kind of a shankopotamus type, sand wedge, going backwards all the time, but a better punt, Jeremy. And Liberty, though, still in elite field position.
We're winning, among others, that battle, field position battle, early in this ball game with 4:13 left here in the first.
Beautiful night for football. Great to be in Swanton. This is a nice stadium.
You know, we're going to talk about this later. I thought we're going to rank the top stadiums in the top 3 in the league, and this is up there for me.
It is. It's beautiful.
So I want you to think about that. We're going to take a poll. Liberty, of course, is number 1.
It's number 1 in our opinion.
And it's not close.
Are we
homers
close though on that, Jeremy?
Well,
come on.
I don't think so.
You gotta go
I think the Blade ranked us number 1.
Okay.
So I think that's
okay.
So that is an outside opinion there.
So I'll rank mine first. Cole, we good? We got it. Okay. I go Liberty 1, Wauseon 2. I like the tracks. I like the creek running there. I like trees.
Yeah.
And then this is number 3 for me. You got the evergreens. You got a great backdrop.
Yeah.
And then I think number 2, 4 used to be Archbold's old stadium. I love that stadium.
Spangler Field was wonderful.
What about you guys?
Yeah.
Give me the top 3.
Anytime that you get this feeling of being closed in,
tight,
I
intimate.
like that. And the common thing here with Swanton and us is that hill.
Yeah.
The hill behind the home stands. It just closes it in, gives it that stadium
feel.
feel.
Little bowl feel.
I love that. I think it's essential to the ranking system we're basing everything on here tonight. So, yeah, I could go Swanton 2. I could go maybe Swanton 2.
I'm thinking Swanton is the second best in this league.
Yeah.
A lot of tradition, old school here. You're still walking from a locker room. A lot of the same rituals of the pregame.
1st and 10 Tigers on the 35. Kreinbrink gives straight up the middle to Cruz, and he again is off to the races. Yes, he did. Touchdown, Tigers. No flags this time, boys.
Well, that guy can run the ball a little bit. You remember the game at Bryan where Matthew Orr ran for about 360 yards on
crazy.
7 carries?
Yeah.
Just straight 0-1 trap. And,
right.
You know, these are just
that's
easy
what that was.
0-1 traps here. And I'm looking at number 40, which is my son Baxter Barrett, trying to find a guy to block, and he's looking in the back of not sure exactly who's coming in the pursuit, but Gary made that look pretty easy.
Yes, he did. And Walker's point after is good. Brings it to 21-0 with 4:03 left here in the first.
Hey, guys, I'm going to jump in here real quick. Yesterday we found out about the JV game tomorrow. We will not be covering it. We don't have.
So we have a JV game tomorrow?
Yes, there is a JV game against Findlay tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the stadium.
Liberty.
Yep, so buy a ticket. I know Fall Fest is going on, but get a ticket, get there. It
was kind of a last-minute ad, wasn't it?
It was added 2 days ago, yeah.
Because wasn't Monday they play?
Monday we have freshmen against Maumee.
Yes, okay.
So, we do have that game. But we will not be covering. We just don't have the people.
We have we played St. Francis.
Yes, the freshmen did. I think they won. What was the final on that? 26 to 6?
7, I think. 26 to 7, maybe.
I love us playing
I'm sure
these bigger
somebody
schools.
will let us know here in a minute because I probably said it wrong.
Sure.
And there's a group of people out there that wait for that.
Well, and it's so important. We've talked about getting the JVs, getting the freshman games.
Right.
I don't care if it's out of, some of these bigger schools. It's important for them to play. That's the payoff. These guys practice all week. You got to let them play.
That's right. And this program at Liberty Center has earned the right to play these bigger schools, and it's interesting to see. All right, Swanton's going to bring it out this time. Ooh. Tigers did not wrap up, and he's loose. Walker then brings him down at the 42.
And that's what I'm talking about is that when you're struggling on offense, that's probably the best return we've had against this coverage team in a couple years. And I think everybody kind of stopped. We thought we had him, and we didn't.
That's right.
Swanton doesn't have enough weapons just to sit and let balls roll in the end zone, Jigs. There you go, 25, 30-yard return. Good job by Swanton special teams.
Horniak Ramsey, he's the kind of guy we talked about. He's a big kid, solid kid, and he's got some wheels. So I would continue to feed him, give him a chance to run the football.
All right, Robinson in the gun for Swanton.
Max Walker looking to blitz. There's a
toss. Pitch left.
Oh, boy.
A lot of pursuit by the
Ooh.
Tigers. Everybody was over there.
Yeah, I think, here comes Max Walker will come out, and I think Coach Eric Weimer is going to give him a chewing for over-pursuing. Yes, sir. That'll be one play. Max heading for a tackle for loss, and kind of blew that. But, he was there. He made the play.
He did.
He forced running back stop momentum. So
bring up second down.
65.
15.
Mason
Olszewski. Oh, boy. So getting some good subs in here.
Swanton out of the gun. Give off the flats to the right side.
Baxter
Big
Barrett.
hit by Baxter Barrett. Love to see that.
Did a good job playing some Mike for Max Walker, and again, a lot of subbing. Baxter's been that fourth linebacker to give those starters a break.
Good read right there. No space. He almost met him with that throw. The receiver didn't have a chance to juke. Just boom, right there.
Good pursuit angle there. And, you read that in motion. He saw that play. I think they've done – Liberty does a lot of film study, and I think that's what that was. And Matt Bryan is as good as you get as a defensive coordinator, getting these guys ready.
Bring up third and long here for the Bulldogs.
Fitzenreiter on the line as well.
Robinson
my goodness, he got stuck.
Robinson gets stuck. Pass is incomplete deep.
Bockelman.
And Bockelman laid it on him.
Can we see that again, Cole?
He's not feeling too good.
Number 70. Maybe we
I
can
think
see
we're too
70.
late on the call. My bad, Cole.
Yep, no good. I'll tell you what, though. He's turning into a legitimate, pass rushing stud as a sophomore. I mean, you've just got a lot of sophomores in this team. Tatum Murdoch is one that is a rising star. Isaiah Badenhop is an absolute stud. We love what we've seen out of Henry Fitzenreiter. Golly, some good sophomores on this team.
That's right. Decent punt there for Swanton as it takes a Bulldog roll. Be the best or the worst field position for the Tigers tonight on a decent punt there from Swanton. 2:03 left in the first quarter. 21-0 Tigers, and they'll take it over. See if they can put one more in here before the first quarter ends.
Swanton, the way I see Swanton offensively, they have some weapons, Jigs. They've had a couple plays. They're trying to get their athletes in space. I haven't seen a whole lot. I thought I would see a lot more of Marquise Zalecki, but he is playing corner. But I would have thought I would have seen him
getting
more,
him the ball in some space, quick throws.
Yeah.
You can tell they don't want to run inside.
Right.
There's a lot of quick pitches. There's a lot of these quick pitches to try to get outside.
Getting the ball.
But our defense, his ability to run to the football, when you just see hats around the football in those outside runs, we talked about the one that Walker maybe over pursued, but there were four other guys just waiting to make that tackle. Baxter made a good hit, but there were still three guys just right there in case, he didn't make the tackle. So the pursuit of this Tiger defense is impressive. I mean, and that is taught. That is taught in practice to run to the football, gets hats to the football, and they do it very well.
Jeremy, you got three linebackers or four that are just stellar. The top three that we have, and Max Walker, and Garrison Cruz, and Jackson Lonasacker, and absolute monsters. I don't know if there's a group. Terry Miller told my son this summer, you tell your old man this linebacking crew will make you forget about all the other ones. And Tim Keller and I were a little offended by that. And I called up Tim, and Tim's like, I ain't going to Terry's house. He's right. Those linebackers are good. We did not. I was ready. Those were fighting words, and it's like, you're watching these guys play linebacker, Jeremy, and they are very good. Jackson Lonazak, pretty fantastic.
That I've watched some film of those days, and you and Tim were good, but these guys, we'll just leave it there.
I think you need to be real careful.
Kreinbrink gives to Barrett off the right side, and he's going to have a big gain out to midfield around the 49.
Well, that's kind of been Baxter's play, that inside reverse, and we've seen some good yardage out of that the last several weeks. Big hole again that time. Good job by Baxter, make that first tackle miss. Get some good yards.
He kind of held up there a little bit. I think he had a chance with a burst to get a little bit more, but I think he was
looking to cut back. He was looking to cut back.
Sometimes in the open field, though, just run to green and run to pay dirt, but good run by Baxter.
1st and 10, Liberty. Give off the left side to Moeller. He's got green grass and puts his head down, and he's still rolling across the 38.
Well, that's a good-looking run and some good blocking on the left side. We've talked about it all year long. even those number twos. Liberty's going to add some tempo here, but Navarre out there doing a good job. Weimer doing a great job, and with Spangler and Baxter Bear at the wing, this is a lot of good dudes blocking. That left side's been good all year long.
Big push here tonight from the Tiger front. Kreinbrink gives to Cruz up the middle.
Good cuts.
And there, tonight it's taken 3 people to bring him down consistently. It's a full-size man run there for Cruz, and it's first down Liberty.
Liberty, no huddle here, little tempo, and I think, again, put that
trying
on
to
film.
Trying to punch one before this quarter, I think.
2-minute O. And
actively, yep.
It's good to get that work in.
Offside Swanton, and Liberty Center is going to, 44 seconds, Jeremy, going to get another 5 yards, and I like it when you have a 2-minute O and you're running an inside trap and power.
Yeah, that's why everybody draws it up, right?
You turn the game on Saturday and Sunday, you're 4 or 5 wide, you're getting it to the perimeter, get out of bounds, not Liberty. Let's see if we can get tighter in the box and run it more vertical.
Well, how many times have we seen that at the end of the half or things on the big runs on these 0-1s?
We've
seen it.
Rex Lindgren, yeah.
Many years.
Yeah, this isn't a new thing. Rex Lindgren loved the 3rd and 11, 0-1 trap for a touch. He would look at the coaching staff, he'd go, touchdown. He was right. A lot of 0-1 touchdowns for big plays for Liberty.
Kreinbrink going out of the gun here, first down. He rolls right. Looks, he's got, is that Gray down there? Badenhop.
Badenhop. Oh, nice
Did he
looking
get
play.
in?
He did.
Touchdown, Tigers.
It's good extension there by
athlete, man.
Isaiah to smell it. You get a chance, get that close.
Pylon.
Dive, extend, smell it. Good job.
Well, Isaiah Badenhop.
Good to have him back.
Yeah, he made that. I mean, he just accelerated through the pylon, and like you said, he could smell it. 14 seconds. I mean, we're going to get another play or two off. I mean, maybe one more play, so getting that touchdown was big. And is Liberty going to go for 2 here?
Try to get to a running clock, maybe?
Yeah.
No.
Well, they want to get to it in the first half is what they want to do.
Does it run in the first half?
No, you know what? Spike mentioned that they might do a drop kick here.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a thing? It is.
Ooh, that was a disaster. Good inside information from Spike. Caden Kreinbrink can do some stuff, but let's take the drop kick from circa 1932. Let's take that off the playbook.
I saw George Blanda do that.
Yeah, you did. Well, George Blanda could do it.
George Blanda could do it.
Last time I checked, George Blanda was good at that, not Caden Kreinbrink tonight.
We got it, Caden. We got to keep working on that one, buddy.
Yeah, that's something you do with a Nerf ball in the backyard with your little brothers. I don't know that I ever want to see that again.
That one's going to go back in the pocket. And whoever drew that up, they're going to be like, this is exactly why we don't do that.
The last time I saw that was Doug Flutie. I think Flutie did it.
They're going to be grounded from the Little Debbies.
Yeah, that's a eraser on the Little Debbies. That was bad. The problem with that, not only did it look bad, but someone may have gotten underneath the hood there a little bit.
Yeah,
that could be.
That was a fastball low.
That was a low and out of the zone. That's
crossed up. He got crossed up hard.
Let's just hope they were wearing cups when you get crossed up. That was not comfy.
Ugh.
I like the call right before the kick, though.
Spike did mention that. He's like, you might see a drop kick.
We did, and my guess is we won't see another one for a good long time.
Wow.
This kickoff team now loading up on some young players. Number 69, I think, is the Ward kid, Wardy, Jackson Ward.
Okay,
here
Walker
we
with
go.
the 3-step boot. It's going to be fieldable straight ahead. Ooh. Big miss by the Tigers. We got him down right there at the 30.
You better bring it with that kid. He's been breaking some tackles now.
That's right.
Jackson Light did a good job of forcing the play. Sometimes when you run by and run through, you hold up the runner, and then the rest of the coverage guys get there, and that's what that looked like.
Swanton will take over here, 1st and 10 with 4 seconds left in the quarter before we flip it around. Robinson out of the gun.
Comes a safety blitz from Moeller.
Right. Tigers showing pressure up the middle. Gets
boy.
rid of it. Ooh. Almost picked by Foster. Incomplete.
Under flag. They're going to call this offsides by Liberty here. Or are they going to call this false start by Swanton? Line judge. Yep. False start by Swanton. That's what you usually get from the line judge. It's a false start or offsides or encroachment, etc.
And that'll do it here for the first quarter.
All right, let's hear from our sponsors about our first quarter break.
This 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, Pisanello's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
Honoring Master Sergeant from Swanton here as he's out on the field. Sean Hanna, Master Sergeant, the hometown hero. Hey, want to talk a little bit about schedules? We're getting ready for the second quarter here. Again, there'll be a JV football game against Findlay tomorrow. And then Monday, they've added a freshman football home game against Maumee. We'll also have on Tuesday, the girls will play volleyball against Bryan, and boys will play soccer against Woodmore. And we'll talk about the schedule as the game goes on.
Start of the second quarter here in Swanton. Bulldogs with the ball. Robinson in the gun. He drops straight back, looking deep on the right side over here. Badenhop had a beat on it just over his head. Had that defended very well.
Isaiah just covered it like a blanket, and sometimes you're looking on that 9 cut to win that route straight up down the field, but did not get that done. And Badenhop has the ability to run step for step with anybody.
He almost ran the route for the receiver that time. That's what you want on a deep ball, be on top of the receiver. Get on top. You can slow down then and kind of slow his path, and then you can play the ball. Great job there by Isaiah.
Bring up third down for the Bulldogs.
You got Ty Jackson on the other corner there, and then Cole Spangler at a linebacker.
Give me a timeout for Swanton here. You know, one thing I noticed, the Swanton offensive line is big.
They are.
I mean, they got some big dudes. I mean, number 73, really, Dorian Chinnan, I think, or Doran Chinnan. And I think Zach Wiley is their best.
300-pound.
Nick likes him a lot. He was an all-league player last year. But they average, 6'1", 250, 260 up front. And, they have the ability, Swanton does, to protect with that kind of size. I mean, when you're that size. Now, running the football, they haven't been able to do that a whole lot this year. They've only scored 1 touchdown all season long. That was early against Hicksville. They've lost their games against Paulding, Hicksville, and Ottawa Hills. Now, they kept Ottawa Hills 12-0. I think their defense has been better because they really got gashed last year, Jeremy, in all their games. That was really just kind of a bottoming out of the program. This looks better to me.
It does.
Yeah.
They have a chance to win a game or two, I think, of the schedule.
And we've seen how long these rebuilds can take. It can take 5, 6, 7 years sometimes for a coach to stick around an established program.
You give these Swan guys credit here. Getting gashed like that all the time takes a lot to get out there and do it, and you appreciate that. Robinson out of the gun. He's going to drop it. Tip drill.
Ty Jackson.
Ty Jackson comes down with it. He's still loose on the right side.
Get in there.
Still free. Down to the 10. And down to about the 9. What a play there by Ty Jackson.
The tip drill. It happens every week, no matter what level you're watching, Pee-wee or high school. It's always happening. You just want to get your hand on a ball. If you can't make the pick or the sack, get your hands up. Nick Miller talks about that a lot. I'm not sure who tipped that.
I wasn't either, yeah.
And that was up in the air.
I think it might have been Lana Zach.
Hey, let's see. Colby Strayer's down on the sideline. Colby, did you see who tipped that ball?
No, I didn't see it, but I saw Ty Jackson weaving through. It took him a second to take him down, I think.
Okay.
All right, see what the Tigers elect to do here. They're going up the middle with Gary Cruz, and he waltzes into the end zone for another Tiger touchdown.
Now I'm not even sure that he was interested in really going hard.
I don't think he got touched.
I think he was just enjoying a stroll.
Leisurely stroll
in the red zone, and the way Liberty blocks, that offensive line, they do such good work, Brian, that even against your top teams, they make it look easy. Yep. The running backs get the credit, touchdowns, yards, a lot of the highlights, but really if you're watching snap to snap, and you're watching every snap, the offensive line.
Anybody could have ran that one in that time. That was a gigantic hole.
Number
Nobody
72
touched him.
Gabe Clapp
Gonna try it again.
Oh my
boy,
goodness,
they're
we're doing it
again.
Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll fake it.
The drop kick is down, and it is.
He hit somebody again, didn't he?
Drilled somebody else on that
If we get somebody put on the injured reserve with a thigh bruise or a hamstring yank.
That actually Wiley, number 57.
Did he? Okay. Okay. I want to go back to that interception. Great for Ty Jackson. That's a senior that's just continued to battle. Been a special teamer for many years, and getting a big pick like that. Nice return.
Love to see it.
Love seniors making plays like that.
Tyler Rohr.
We're going to see that again. I think Cole's
Who's
got
the guy
it.
who touches it here?
Yeah.
It was a Swanton guy. Then it was
Lonazak. It was Lonazak.
Look at his return, though. Jukin.
Guys are blocking, too.
Blocking
I love
downfield
it.
is fantastic.
Yeah, it was tipped by the Swanton player. I'm not sure if that was who that was. Maybe I was Marquise Alecki, but it stayed in the air. And Ty Jackson, since we've had the injury to Tyler Rohrs, which is just awful, such a great player, but he's one of the many guys that have come in and taken important snaps. And being a senior, he's been around here, and good for Ty Jackson.
That's right. And that score brings it to 33. Zip Tigers here with 11:27 left in the second.
A lot of young guys here on the field. Now watch number 4 here, Tatum Murdoch, closest to the Swanton sideline. Let's see, he might get himself a little.
Ooh,
big hole there for Swanton up the middle. 14. That was a big hole there.
It was.
Seth Carmen again. I mean, you're going to get beat. It's going to be a significant loss. How about returning some? That's been their best offense tonight. Swan's return game, and Brian Hefflinger not going to be super happy because he expects the same kind of coverage quality from all the kids, even if you're number 2, 3, 4 down the line. And Liberty's subbing, but there's no excuse to give that up. Brian will have some teaching tape tomorrow morning.
Brady Badenhop had a sniper.
Swanton to snap it from the 35. Robinson in the gun. Drop straight back, looking deep over here to number 4. Overthrown, and Badenhop was there with good coverage.
Trying to get the ball to Jaden Wilson, and I don't know, Jiggs. I don't want to hesitate on that route. I want to go and then read the ball in the air. Then if you've got to come back or if it's a back shoulder, but
it's a pretty low percentage throw, especially if you can't get any separation. You like to just see a comeback, right? Maybe the sticks, throw an out route. That is harder to guard than a go route when you've already seen the corners on top of these receivers. It's probably not a very efficient play there.
Brings up 2nd and 10. False start on Swan.
Oh, boy. The mistakes are piling up, and it's Chris Foster. Swanton trying to get it together here, and going to be 2nd and 15, and that's just not a spot, Jiggs, that Swanton can afford to be here, I mean, I like when I'm struggling on offense, I want to get some positive yards and let the clock run, and that's when you can run some tempo in your offense and catch the defense sleeping. And these 0 cuts or 9 cuts are tough.
And Nick mentioned that again this week. When you continue to throw the ball when you're down, stopping the clock, it is just tough to come back.
Yep. See what Swanton does here on 2nd down, the retry. Look, Robinson dropping straight back. Wounded duck out there on the left side, just out of the reach of Badenhop. Almost came up with a pick.
Finally, I see Marquise Alecki. They're trying to get him the football. Is that Alecki there at 0? Yeah, he's a good-looking athlete out there. And even if you get something to him, just a nice, easy, efficient throw.
Yes.
He's a guy that can make you miss, and he's got some speed.
I'd like maybe a little swing pass to Horniak Ramsey, number 1. He's shown on these returns that he's tough to bring down one-on-one. You see his lower body; he's well put together. So that's a play that I would look for as Swanton.
Just get your athletes in a little bit of space, just a little bit. Need some positive yards. 3rd and 15 here.
3rd and 15 for Swanton. We're going to get a timeout.
Another Swanton timeout. Oh, delay of game.
It is delay.
Gosh, it's funny. I wasn't watching the play clock.
I wasn't either.
Man, oh, man.
Just digging the hole a little deeper here. Swanton is.
Not a down and distance that you want to be against Liberty Center here much. 3rd and 20. Watch a draw here. Something simple.
Robinson takes the snap, looks left, comes back to the middle, and throws it up for grabs in the middle, and that's a pick by Badenhop. Badenhop on the return over to the right side. He's got some running room over there on the sidelines.
Oh, Hurdle.
Hurdle's the man, and he is in for a touchdown. What a return by Brady Badenhop.
Yeah, man, if we could see that. The blocking downfield again, but Badenhop after the kick. I'll tell you what, Brady Badenhop, athletic. Another tip drill, right?
Yeah.
High-risk pass in the middle of the field. Very dangerous when you're late throwing the ball. Liberty was all over that.
He broke an early tackle, got up the sidelines, Hurdle. Man, that was impressive. Ball in his hands, Brady Badenhop.
Guys, I got that. I was literally standing right beside the play here, and what great running by Badenhop. He waited for his blockers, and they just simply converged, made a wall, hopped over the player, made it to the end zone, right in front of me.
Are you down there with Colby?
See, I'm waving my hands right here.
For some reason, Mark, I like Colby's voice better than yours. I'm sorry, but it's just much nicer.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah, I mean, golly, we had a star in Colby Strayer, and we got you down there. What the heck?
Well, I come down here to help coordinate the interview that we're going to have. We're going to have a couple of questions live for
Coach
you
Moeller.
On the way into the locker room from Coach Casey Moeller. Colby Strayer's going to catch him for a few questions.
A rising star in sideline reporting, Colby Strayer.
I think Cole might play that.
You guys are giving me too much credit. That's crazy.
Well, we're excited.
You're doing a great
Colby.
job, Colby.
Now, Colby, I see you've left
here.
your pad and you've left your pen, so there's a lot of confidence in that.
Oh, yeah. You can trust me.
As we watch this awesome return by Badenhop again. Breaking tackles, hurdles the guy.
I think Swanton kind of had just thought maybe he was out of bounds or something.
Yeah.
Again, we've seen it a couple times tonight where players are just kind of assuming the play is over, and it's not. Play's not over, guys. Well, they're going to get a running clock. Did you get running clock? Did we talk about that earlier?
I don't think in the first half.
I think it
Second
starts
half.
in the second. Yeah, I think.
We could use it now.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have a drop kick on that last PAT.
Max Perry.
Perry put it through the
Bang
uprights.
that through.
We've seen enough. I saw enough after the first one. We're looking at a hamstring injury, and somebody's going to get whacked back there. Oh, boy.
Cranebrink kicking off that time.
We got a whistle.
Offsides, maybe.
Yep, offsides Liberty. When you start mixing and matching these teams and kickers, I think the way the kicker approaches the ball really
it matters.
Kind of just shakes
tempo.
the rhythm of, and it's no one's fault. It's just a part of it,
Well, Cranebrink's coming out now. They're bringing in Max now.
Well, Caden has proven tonight was not his best kicking performance with the two drop kicks.
They're going to have to get him in for a punt if we punt tonight for a big boomer like he had.
Yeah.
Was that last week? I mean, he had a bomb last or maybe that was Eastwood.
Yeah, I think it was Eastwood.
Oh, man. Guy can punt the football.
We got some versatility in the kicking department, certainly.
Number 51 for Liberty, Easton Flory. Number 25, a good-looking player. I like him a lot. Cole Spangler. Watch number 69 here.
Walker boots
Morty
it.
Jackson.
Oh, boy. He don't want it.
Oh,
yeah,
14's bringing it out to the left side. There's three Tigers there.
Oh, boy.
And he's brought down there at about the 6.
Zabo, Foster, and
That Roston
Spangler.
Peters? Was that Roston Peters, number 21? Was there a 21 on that play?
27.
27. Dakota Zabo. Okay.
Zabo, okay. It'll be 1st and 10, Swanton.
Liberty doing a really nice job of subbing players in different levels, keeping some veterans in the game, stabilize a defensive line. Number
Murdoch at
62,
deep
Logan
safety.
Cifuentes, the dips are dippy, getting some snaps, and I know they like Cole Spangler a lot, and he's going to play some Mike linebacker here.
Tate Pericini on the line as well.
Tell you what, I love Tatum Murdoch. Just watch number 4 roam. He's just looking to lay some licks.
I think you're seeing the deep safety of the future when Thomas Moeller graduates. I think that's a good looking guy that just he looks natural back there, doesn't he?
He
in
does.
that deep safety.
Yeah.
And he's big. He's got that
He is
Murdoch
big.
size. I loved his brother Trent. I thought he was a great
stud.
player.
He was.
Trent was just an all-time tight end type guy and good player. But this Tatum Murdoch, he's athletic. He's got great size, and he knows how to hit.
I think Ward, a freshman at a linebacker spot in there too.
69 Jackson
Jackson,
Ward.
yep.
He tough.
Robinson gives up the middle.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
Jackson
Big
Ward.
hit by Ward.
like that.
Love that. Might have lost. Yeah, gained 1. Bring up 2nd down for the Bulldogs.
I like that fill. Good fill there by Light. Missed the tackle, but Jack Ward cleaning that up. The young freshman getting in there and sticking his nose in it. Good to see.
He's earned everything he gets here with these Team 3 snaps, Team 2, Team 3 snaps. Good-looking player, Jackson Ward.
So Light, Spangler, and Ward are your backers. Is that right? I think so.
Yep.
Robinson. Back from the
Navarre!
gun. He tips it,
Oh, my.
catches his pass, throws it again, incomplete.
They're going to call this a
That was
safety.
wild.
They've marked the ball as a safety to me. They're going to have a conversation. I don't know why.
Why would it be a safety?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They got the ball back.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
Lucas
It should
Navarre,
be
what a
incomplete.
play. He rejected that thing, almost caught it. The quarterback was able to get it back, but man, initially, what a play by Lucas Navarre.
Yes. Great pressure.
He should be able to throw that twice, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're saying that forward pass,
Saying
backward
maybe
pass.
Wouldn't it be forward progress was stopped
No.
there? I mean,
Oh, they're going to call grounding. They're going to call grounding. That
there
is
was
going
a
to be
guy.
safety.
They had a guy over here.
Wait, now we got a legal receiver down the field. What do we got?
I'm trying to listen, and they're not really sure.
Illegal forward pass for
They're going
safety.
to call it a
It's
safety. Yep.
Wow. Nice play. Lucas Navarre.
Yeah, that was a good play by Lucas. Good penetration. And gosh, you know, these guys get their hands up. They just know instinctively right at the point of execution of throwing the ball, they get those hands up. And man, oh man, great job by Liberty's second and third team defensive line there.
That's a guy, Lucas Navarre, that has really waited his turn. Senior that just coming on. You see the confidence that he's
Well, I like
building
him
on
on the
offense.
offensive line. He's actually picked up his reps
He has.
and played better.
He has. And even in defense, I mean, you see a play like that, it's a guy that just keeps earning reps.
And Casey talks about so much of the development happens on the scout team. And guys are just working their tails off to try to, to earn reps. And it starts, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And these coaches are watching practice film. I mean, you think you're just going through the motion, but you're not. I mean, Jeremy, practice really matters. And you got to fight to get reps in these second, third teams and these opportunities.
Yes.
It's good to see so many kids going to get an opportunity to play.
It is. And these number twos going against some of the best number ones in the state of Ohio just makes them so much better day in and day out. And then they get in the game, they get hungry, and they get paid. Love to see it.
Yeah, that's Lucas Navarre just got paid by a safety. And
Swanton kicking off deep from their own 20 after the safety on the free kick. Going to be a short kick. Fair caught there by Badenhop at about the 46. So Liberty will take over with 9:44 there left in the second.
Max Perry coming on now, the quarterback.
Liberty getting some More subs.
Cole Spangler in there, probably at a wing.
Looks like Henry Fitzenreiter maybe.
Yep, at a guard.
Yep.
Missing a guy, Schweigert coming on. Like to see Max Perry. It's a guy, you'd like to see him get some reps throwing. It's 42-0, but we still have to work on things.
That's right.
So, we're going to want to run this ball a lot, but it's nice to see Max throw it around a little bit too.
Zabo there split out on offense as well. Perry gives off the left side to Moeller.
Good cut
Moeller
back.
cutting, running free, then running into contact, down at the 30.
Deegan Swigert on top of somebody, number 70. Bockelman on somebody. It's offensive line. Still moving bodies here late in the first half here, Jeremy. And just because they're mixing and matching doesn't mean you stop blocking in this offensive line. A lot of starters still in with Kellen Weimer anchoring us at left tackle.
Kind of looks like somebody set a D8 dozer blade down and just put her in drive.
Oh, man, penalty flags are flying. Maybe too many men on the field here. He's counting Swanton's guys. Looks like he's got about 27 kids on the field. Maybe he'll stop Liberty. I'm not sure. Oh, against Liberty. Oh, okay. He was counting the Swanton guys there for a second. Do we have too many guys?
We got 12, yeah. Looks like Murdoch and Sonnenberg, two split outs. I think there's Gary's going off.
Yeah, Gary might want to pick the helmet and grab a Big Mac and pull up a launch here.
Give him a large Coke.
Large Coke.
Yeah.
Sunflower seeds.
Some sunflower seeds.
Yeah. Kick back and relax.
Not a lot left to do for Garrison Cruz tonight.
That's right. Perry's going to go out of the gun, 1st and 15. Fake to Moeller.
Nice
pass
to Spangler.
Dragging people.
Up the middle, and a great run after catch.
That was a nice looking throw. That was tight right there by Max Perry. Ooh,
like I said,
a little tight window there.
Nice to get that guy some confidence, let him throw it around a little bit. And, you just never know. You got to keep the next guy ready. If something were to happen to a quarterback or player, you got to get these guys ready, get them reps. That way, if the time were to come, they're ready to go.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And you're going to get straight ahead there to
Braxton Light.
Light gains a couple.
I forgot to mention, I think Isaac Orth was out tonight. His kind of nursing a back injury, I think. That was a spike update as well. So Isaac not with us tonight.
He had a heck of a night last week.
Yeah, he did.
Snipers
He sure
were just
did.
outstanding.
And they did get their Man of Steel shirts yesterday at the team meal.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
2nd and 6 for Liberty. Perry tosses over the right. Kind of fumbled there by Spangler, but he's ahead for a couple. Close to 1st down yardage.
That was a heads-up play by Cole Spangler to kind of come back and grab that football. It looked like it was in between on who was getting the pitch. Good heads-up play by Cole. Saved that play.
No, that was a toss to him. That was going to be an outside toss. 6 toss to the wing in motion, but the timing of the cadence kind of got that play out of rhythm.
Hey, guys, you may not have caught this, but I'm down here near the end zone. So Fuentes was down there, downfield blocking their poor safety in the end zone.
The safety kind of kicked you back a little bit, though. Fired back at him a little bit.
Perry gives straight ahead to Light. Is that right?
Oh, Jackson.
Ty Jackson. And he is in for a touchdown.
Talk about
Tigers.
a night for Ty Jackson
Sure
with a big pick and the touchdown. Good to see.
Tigers stacking it up here on the Bulldogs late 2nd quarter.
I think the Swanton fans are interested to see a team that might, again, threaten to get back to Canton. They're still sitting here watching this game.
They got a really good crowd here.
They do.
These stands are almost full for Swanton.
Kreinbrink to hold, Perry to kick. It's up and good.
Max Perry crushes the clock. That ball was mashed. Yeah. Hey, Max Perry has surprised me a little bit in his kicking. I did not expect that.
Where did that even come from?
He's been working on it.
Did he kick throughout junior high.
You know what, to be honest with you, I haven't seen Max Perry do a lot of kicking. And he was with our group coming up through, and he always went for it. I mean, that team that Max played and was the quarterback on, those junior high teams were very good. But, I mean, you had some good running backs, and Max could throw it. I mean, he's got some arm talent.
Mm-hmm. He's got a leg.
It's an embarrassment of riches at the kicking position. We got three guys that could do it.
I didn't really expect that.
And there was a day when we couldn't even kick an extra point.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of days.
To save our lives.
Keith Kern, you're talking about these guys with the square toe and just
well, there were several years where Lindgren went for two.
My senior year, we tried it one time. And
what was the year?
Kick.
What was that?
That was 2000 was the playing year. I tried to kick a couple. Scotty O tried to kick a couple. We didn't do the best, and Lindgren said, "Forget it. We're going for two every time," and we did. Every single time we went for two.
So, there's a good quarterback, Scotty O. I like that guy. Scotty Overmeyer. I used to date his sister, and Tom Overmeyer would have us over. We play. So it would be Jenny Overmeyer. She's a great kid. Had a nice time with the family. Boy, Mom can cook. But we play sports trivia every night, and Jen's like, are we going to be on a date? Well, your dad's here. We're playing sports trivia.
You and Tom just played trivia.
Oh, my gosh. We would go she'd fix this. Cindy would fix this incredible dinner. She's an unbelievable cook. Nice time with her. Scotty was there, little guy.
Yeah.
And Jen and I were dating. She's such a nice gal. And then all of a sudden after dinner, Tom and I sprint to the living room and get out the Trivial Pursuit. And Jen's like, hey, are we on a date or are you with my dad? I'm like, your dad's kind of cool. I like that dude. So then I get up to leave, and Jen's like, bye. And, see you, Tom. So, great Liberty Center family, man. Tom and Cindy and Scotty O, just a great player. And Jenny was just a wonderful kid. So, great family.
Swanton takes over here with 6:40 left in the first. Run up the middle, not going very far for the Bulldogs.
Well, Swanton might be able to get some traction here, Jigs, now as we're starting to get deeper into the depth chart of Liberty Center football, and maybe they'll see some success. But I'll be honest with you, you got some guys out there. Levi Howe's got good size, playing some corner. Isaiah Badenhop is a varsity player, and again, we've got Tatum Murdoch's out there.
Levi Spade, I believe, at the nose tackle.
At the nose tackle. Levi Spade, he's tough nugget.
Robinson's out of the gun. 2nd and 9. He's going to give up the middle.
Nice play there.
Wow, nice looking play in 61.
61.
Spangler as well.
Tate Parasini.
Good play.
Spangler.
Cole Spangler's a guy that you just keep liking on special teams.
He's tough.
Shows you something on offense, defense. Yeah.
Cole Spangler's tough.
Not as big as his brother, but
he's good, though.
He's a good player.
Every time I turn the film on, 25 looks really good to me, and it's good to see Henry Fitzenreiter out there, too, getting a lot of good reps. He's been very good for us early.
Now we got one. Is this Badenhop or is this Howe?
Howe.
Corner.
Howie.
It's Howe, okay.
Playing that sniper slot
there
corner.
He is, and that throw to him there.
Oh, boy.
Incomplete over here on the left side. It is Howe.
They're just struggling to throw on those routes down the field, so why don't you throw some, like you said, some swings and just something easy.
Yeah.
We're playing off 6-7 yards. Those are easy completions.
Yep.
And now you got to punt the ball.
You just stop the clock. I mean, it just disheartening.
You kind of knew this was going to happen. You just didn't know how and when.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's happening, and you really want Swanton to derive something and get. Oh boy. This might end up working better. You give up the 2 points and you get to punt it from the 20.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that might not be the worst thing for Swanton.
Because we got a couple guys that could bring it back, Murdoch and Okru. So, and I think that last kickoff, Fair caught that on purpose. I believe we'll probably do that again.
Casey's not gonna. I think we got to here pretty quickly, Jeremy, and I think Casey knows. It's an injury thing. We talked about it in the podcast this week. Swanton is not ready for a game like this. Liberty doesn't like these kind of games necessarily, although it does help the guys in the back end. And tomorrow we've got a JV game. So these JV guys and freshman guys are getting a lot of reps, and they're going to come back tomorrow morning and play Findlay, which is a pretty sizable school. And then we come back Monday and we play freshman football. So, that's this depth chart, Jeremy, really comes into play when you're playing.
That's right.
All night tonight, all day tomorrow, and Monday. That's a lot of kids, a lot of games.
They're getting their work.
And good for Liberty Center football.
That's right. Swanton to kick. And that will be returned there.
Foster,
by
watch
Foster
out. He's got some
the
jets.
Middle.
He's got a ooh, boy. Tell you what, he just looks like he's shot out of a gun. That brother there.
He is.
He's quick, isn't he?
Yes.
Man, he's played some good corner. 2 weeks ago at Eastwood, we had 2 corners go down, and he came
right
in, and you weren't sure. And, man, they tested him right away, and he really stood up. Like to see that. He's got a bright future.
He can run. He's tough. He's coming from a Marine family.
Scrappy. He's not a big kid either.
No.
But boy, he'll scrap
I would take him to Chicago and take him into a smash and grab and lock some people down. He's a bad dude.
You do a lot of that smashing.
Well, I like to. Oh boy, more penalty flags. What do we got here? Going to be oh gosh, lining up wrong. It looks like maybe. A lot of flags here tonight. Unfortunately, kind of sloppy. 51-0 though, Jeremy, and I guess I have lots of flashbacks of playing games here and coaching games here, and they were good.
Yeah, that's right.
Every year, I mean, just generations of goodness here, and.
I remember 93.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was.
Big hole.
As he gives off to, who's that, Jackson again?
Braxton
Light off the right side for big gain. Was it Nate Bowling?
Nate Bowling.
Yeah.
And
he was
they
a big,
had
bad
him
dude, right?
and there was another bad dude there.
Lambert kid, like a linebacker, number 55 or something.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know. Fisher? Was it a Fisher kid?
That's him.
Oh boy.
And that was a great game. Great game. And they were nasty. Those guys were nasty.
Well, Dave Hansbarger and Coach Bob Fisher, culture. They had great culture.
That's right. Swanton with some pressure up the middle there.
Good looking play by number 52, Nixon Chapman.
Bring it down, Jackson.
We came over here my junior year. We had a punt return, kickoff return, interception return. It was 21-0 before we ran our first play. I come to the sidelines. Rex says 35 power. I heard 35 power pass.
Uh-oh.
So we power pass, Casey Bodeman, our touchdown to come to the sidelines. Rex is like, what are you doing? I'm like, but you called a power pass. He goes, no, I called a power. He was mad. He was not happy. So it was 28-0 quickly.
Was he thinking that you maybe
I think he
added the pass to the power?
I'm thinking yes, I would never do that on purpose to Coach Rex Lingard. Because if he found out, that would not be pretty.
No, I've seen that before, and that's not good.
Jake Way's brought down there for a loss. Going to bring up 4th down for Liberty. And it looks like we're going to try a long field goal.
Wow. That's Walker. Now, this is a big one here.
This is deep.
This is
50.
50.
Yeah, this is 50.
Pluser.
Whoa.
Let's see what he can do. Snap, hold good. Kick is up, and it's close.
He got it.
Just short.
Oh, he got
man.
it. Oh, my goodness.
It was just
about
short.
a yard or two.
It was
Let's replay it,
about
Cole.
maybe a yard.
That was good from here, Mark. I mean, that looked
was
We're gonna
good.
see it again
maybe
here.
a yard.
He
let's
got
see it.
all of it.
Snap is good. He just crushed this
that
ball.
was well struck.
Whoa.
Well struck.
Oh, see right there. I lost
man.
it.
That was close.
Max Walker.
You love to see that try.
I love this.
Oh,
the field goal we
you
had
never
in
know.
the state final last year.
That's right.
Max
That was a
crushed
42, I believe.
And he crushed that. That was a big momentum
we needed
builder
points
for Liberty.
when we
Gosh,
had,
I forgot
when he hit
about that.
That was a big
like,
kick.
Oh, my gosh.
Max
Was that
Walker.
before the half?
Yes.
It was. And we were like, kind of
Yeah,
struggling
we
a
were
little bit. And we
limping.
hit that, and I'm like, okay.
Got juiced up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback
Nice
draw.
play there. Who
Brody,
shot that
Brody
gap?
Jakeway? No, number 11. Who is that? Number 35.
Jakeway.
Brody Jakeway. He is going to be a player. He is already a
He
football
is.
player. He is tough. He is not a big man, but he plays a lot bigger the way he lays licks and runs at balls.
Yep.
He's a smart guy, too. That was a good read by Brody.
Good wrestler.
He's tough.
He is.
Tough. Is that a Tom Mitchell grandson?
It is.
Yes.
Tom Mitchell, just Liberty Center. Stephanie Mitchell, good family. That Brody kid's tough. Nick Miller talks about wrestlers a lot. He's one.
Mm-hmm.
You might see him get himself to state and win one before it's all said and done in his career.
Robinson, swing
There we
pass
go.
right.
See, there he comes again.
I mean, that's kind of the play we're talking about.
But you got to get
Yeah.
some blocking. You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot
No,
of guys
there wasn't.
out blocking in front of that. But
Yeah.
good pursuit. These second and third team players really showing up. Swanton hasn't had a positive play in a while.
No.
You know, that's tough.
No.
Yeah, it's demoralizing.
And it's just so hard. We've said it so many times, but when you come here, you've been in so many battles here. We played them in '86. They were undefeated. We were in a monsoon, beat them 6-0, and that was really the start of the turnaround. We were 3-7 that year, but we beat Swanton at our place, and man, that was a tough game. Now that's an alligator arm. I think you got to.
Yeah.
I think you got to want that, Marquise.
Yeah.
Zalecki just kind of pulled up on that a little bit. There's a little bit of a scouting report. He gets frustrated a little bit. He's a good-looking athlete. Gosh, I'd just start tossing him the ball and let him go.
Fade him up.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't thrown a fade to him yet. They've thrown deep to a few other players. I don't think he's gotten a chance yet.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's flashes of
Players.
stuff
Athletes.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, if they punt this thing to JT Old Crew,
Yeah,
that's a
look out.
slippery. That's a slippery fish. That guy got some hips and.
Murdoch and Old Crew back. And Murdoch is going to return it over here on
like
the left
that.
side.
No fair catch. Guy in his face.
I don't think he
Some
cares.
confidence.
I just think he's an hombre. He's an hombre, and he's a heck of a baseball player, as his brother was. Played at Defiance, his brother did, and he's tough, man. One of the best athletes in the school. Tatum Murdoch.
Liberty takes over with 2 minutes left here in the second quarter.
One of my favorite players, Trey Flory, checks in at center, number 58.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Perry gives off the right side.
Drew Silvis.
To Drew Silvis. New name for us tonight.
New name tonight, but not a new name in Liberty Center folklore.
That's right.
Legends up and down the lineup in the Silvis residence.
Good to see it again on the field.
You can give me Silvises every year until Liberty stops playing football. That's just a great football family.
Betcha.
I was making fun of Kurt this week. I said, Drew, I think faster than Brett, but maybe Kurt. I'm like, no, that's probably not.
Kurt. No, you're
Kurt
not faster
was
than Kurt.
Wheels.
That brother could run.
All wheels, baby.
Perry gives off the left side. Going to be blown dead, false start Tigers.
Yeah, Kurt had breakaway speed.
And Kurt was smaller. He's like, but he was nasty too.
Oh, yeah.
He
was
loved
tough.
it. He was physical.
He was
And he was always hurt. He never got injured. That guy was durable, tough,
Yeah, that's right.
rugged. But
every time he touched it, he had a chance.
But I'm going to tell
go.
you guys both, and I think everybody would agree, Andy Silva's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
All-time
Yes.
greats.
Yes.
One of my favorite players, maybe my favorite, I don't know, but what a great player Andy
Without
Silva's
question.
was.
Toss off the left side.
That's Purdy Jakeway right there. He ain't done either.
And he ain't going down easy. Forward progress brings him about to the 28.
Saw Zach Wiley, number 57 that time. That is a strong, big kid.
He is.
Kind of picked up Jakeway and brought him back. He's a good-looking player.
He really isn't. And Nick Miller in our podcast talked a lot about him, and he's one of their few returning players that were an all-league type player. And Nick said he'd like to have him over here.
Yeah, he's got some nasty to him too. Looks like.
Perry gives straight ahead
Ooh,
to Silvis.
He runs hard.
Bounces off a few people and gains about 6.
Drew Silvis. Just keeping those legs churning. At 145 pounds, that's a little bit like the throwback player in Liberty Center folklore.
Yeah.
That smaller guy that would just chew your leg off. He does that. Liberty's gonna.
Some good news. Brett told me at the same age, Drew's bigger than he was.
Yeah,
So,
Brett
hey,
did take
good.
a while. Yeah,
That's good.
That's right.
good.
Noted. All right, Liberty Center, 51-0 as we head into halftime, and here comes Colby Strayer. See if we can get our interview in with Coach Moeller. There she is at the goal line. Mark Bly getting Coach Moeller for a quick halftime interview. Grab Coach Moeller, Colby. Don't let him go.
He's coming.
He's walking over
Boy,
here.
if the staff could walk any slower, it looks like they're going to pick up some bratwurst on the way to the halftime show.
Hi, Coach Moeller.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you feeling so far?
Well, we've got a pretty comfortable lead, so I'm pretty happy about that. There's some things we could clean up, but
I was going to say, you look like you've been playing pretty well this first half. What are we going to do to try to clean it up for second half?
well, just talk about staying focused, and we're going to have a lot of backups in, so those guys have got to be ready to go. But just execute their fundamentals and what they're coached to do, and trust each other, and hopefully we'll play a good clean half.
You've had some great ball possession on both sides. Is there anything else we want to try to be looking for, or what's some positives and negatives?
Well, we want to just be fundamentally real sound. We can get away with being sloppy and still have scores and things like that. What we're looking for, are we taking good angles? Are we having good first step? Is our pad level good? And are we reading well on defense? Are we shooting our hands on the line? So those type of things are what we're going to be looking for here in the second half.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I wish you best of luck. We'll see how the Tigers do. Playing great so far. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, there you have it, guys. Coach Moeller with the halftime interview, looking for a good second half here from Hansberger Stadium. David Hansberger. So I'm going to turn it back to you guys, and we'll take our break here at halftime. Liberty Center leads 51-0 over the Swanton Bulldogs, and we'll be back after this halftime break.
For our next performance, we would like to wish the Swanton Band an outstanding rest of their 2025 marching season. And finally, we have one of the most iconic songs in Tiger Country, released in 1982 when MTV still played music. The theme song from Rocky III, the song that tied for the second longest run in 1980s, tying Hurt So Good and Physical. Do I even need to say more? You know what it is, it's the Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. The Tiger Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Joel Keller, and they are led on the field by Senior John Major Riley Ordway. Band would like to wish the cheerleaders and all fall sports teams good luck. And as always, go Tigers!
Tonight's band show is a small step back in time, which we are calling the Millennial Time Capsule. And even those who were born in the 50s and 60s, you're not going to know many of these songs. But we start with a 2008 hit by Coldplay called Viva la Vida, which means long live life. The title of this song was taken from a 20th century painting by a Mexican artist named Frida Kahlo. Its lyric has reference to King Louis XVI of France and the French Revolution. Viva la Vida won Song of the Year and Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group at the 2009 Grammy Awards. Here is Coldplay, Viva la Vida! Released in 2011, Everybody Talks by Neon Trees. It was inspired by the early 1960s pop music of Roy Orbison and the Motown sound. It's been used in TV shows such as Glee, the movie American Reunion, another TV show Homeland, and in a Buick commercial. Here as Neon Trees, Everybody Talks under the direction of Victoria Mozinski. And we close tonight's show with a Bruno Mars hit, Locked Out of Heaven, which was released in 2012. It became Mars' fourth #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100, holding that spot for 6 weeks. The song's composition is described as a reggae rock with pop rock track, which is influenced by new wave and funk. Enjoy Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven.
She'll be in the second row from the back. Josh Miller. Before that, him and his wife were outside Cleveland. My mom and her, whatever they are, guess what she's looking for.
I used to think a trophy was a sign of love.
All right, we're back here from Swanton High School. The Liberty Center Tigers, big lead, 51-0 over the Bulldogs. And Scott, I'm sure the stats are going to tell the same story as the scoreboard.
Numbers look the same, and Jeremy and Jiggs, Liberty Center, just about anything they wanted when they wanted to get it. I think we kind of knew that. I think we were hoping for something a little bit more out of Swanton, but there's still a team trying to figure these things out, and they have not figured much out tonight. But Liberty Center, one of the best teams in Division 5 in the entire state. First downs, Liberty Center 15, Swanton 0 without a first down. That's tough. Jiggs and I, we've talked about a first down would go a long way on any one drive, and I think Swanton will have some more opportunities here against the reserves here in the second half. Total yards, Liberty Center 284, Swanton -10. Rushing, Liberty Center 19 for 191 yards, led by Garrison Cruz, 5 carries for 83 yards, and Thomas Mueller, 4 for 45. Baxter Barrett with a carry at 20 yards, and Garrison just not his game. I mean, there's just no reason to have those guys like Garrison carry the ball a whole lot more. Passing, Liberty's 5 for 6, 93 yards. The most impressive pass of the game, I think, was the first one. Put it right on Caden Sonnenberg. Caden Kreinbrink didn't handle it, but good-looking throw, and from there, Liberty's offense took off. Caden's 3 for 4, 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. I like Max Perry. His throw to Spangler was impressive. Penalties, though, that's where it got sloppy. Jeremy, when you start seeing substitutions and kids are excited to play on a varsity Friday night, and they did last year, you start seeing penalties, and we saw a bunch of them. 11 total penalties between both teams. Liberty 6 for 40, and Swanton 5 for 18. Tackles, Cole Spangler has 6, and Garrison Cruz has 5. Cole Spangler, an up-and-coming player, really good tackler, really good blocker. Interceptions, Brady Badenhop, an impressive return.
To the house.
And it looked like it was over, but it was him reading blocks and being uber athletic. And then they had Ty Jackson, the senior. Couple corrections. So not corrections, but we talked about a lot of the history. I got a text here from the great Rob Moeller. 95, this Swanton team, Nate Bowling, Fisher, Mugg, Hazelman, Jeremiah Taylor, all of them complete studs. League champs that year in 95, I remember that. They stopped us on 4th down, a yard short. But I'm going to tell you one thing, the thing I remember about that game, I'm sitting next to Tom Moeller. We're coaching, and I have never seen a 0-1 trap run any better than Rob Moeller. That guy hit a 0-1 like lightning.
He did.
That was a great game. That was a great team in Swanton. But, guys, they had great I think we went to the state playoff game to watch them against Versailles, our coaching staff. And, this is not the Swanton we're used to seeing. I mean, this place and these players and these colors and this history, extraordinary good culture. Jeremy, you saw it as a player. Jiggs, you saw it as a player.
Yeah. And you hope that they can someday get back there. Certainly, as we talked before, it's good for them. It's good for the league. It's good for everybody. It's no good when Ohio State's no good and Michigan's good and vice versa.
Yeah.
We don't want to – I'm an Ohio State guy. I don't want a bad Michigan team.
Yep.
I want to see the best.
Well, the sad thing is when Michigan's bad, they usually beat you.
Yeah.
Tim Biakabatuka.
Thanks, Boiler. Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Boiler.
No one beats Ohio State more than Purdue in the last 25 years. I think we've got you 4 or 5 times.
That's true. It's your statement.
Not saying we do it a lot, but we do it
when
in
we do
glorious
it, we do
fashion. We do. Boiler up.
25% of the time, every time.
Well, you're going to see a lot of numbers tonight. I'm excited to start calling some kids out. Number 55, Billy Kruger, and number 51, Easton Flory, on the front line with some other good-looking players. We'll try to get them all in.
Short kick there from Swanton, fielded.
Oh, boy.
For the Tigers and out of bounds.
Ooh, on the track.
Is that Trenton Nawaki?
Yeah, bear with us, Tiger fans, as we try to straighten these.
It was Naraki. It was a good job. Good heads-up play there to pick that ball up. It looked like that was trouble.
The ball did not get out of bounds, so.
My eyes are not what they used to be, so I'm like squinting my head off.
You know what you could use, though, in the postgame is a razor. You look like you've been on a raft for the last 2 months. Where is Gina at? Good grief.
The reason I haven't.
Shake
Gina,
yourself.
She said keep
She's
it.
been on vacation. Oh, she said keep
I'm like,
it.
okay,
Shake yourself,
okay.
Jeremy.
Whatever you say, honey. All right, 1st and 10, Tigers. Perry gives up the middle to
Brody Jakeway.
Jakeway for a negligible gain. Bring up 2nd down. Here with the running clock to start the second half in Swanton.
Cole Schultz, number 77 in this game. 61 Tate Parasini, trying to get some numbers here.
Howe with the give off the left side.
Carter Booth, number 67.
Silvis on the run. We talked about this sophomore backfield a little bit with Spangler, Silvis, and Jakeway. This is a good-looking backfield, man. These guys are going to be fighting for reps.
Yeah,
moving
that's
forward.
just it.
Man, oh man.
Jeremy's talking about that too. You never think you think about it, then you forget about it. Their practices, the reps they get in practice, the competition. They all are hungry for reps, and they love playing scout team.
Yeah,
these kids.
And they're going against our ones on defense.
They are.
And think of the confidence that gives as a coaching staff going into these JV freshman games. You can say with confidence, guys, you play maybe the best 4 days a week. Okay, let's go play ball.
Yep.
And it's going to be nothing you probably haven't already seen. That's great as a program to be able to say that.
Another 12 guys. We just can't quite get the personnel groupings right here.
Howe in the gun, takes the snap, rolls right. He's going to go out there. Good throw.
That's a good ball.
We had a receiver go down. Looks like he slipped in the route. Murdoch slipped.
Levi, look, he got a little pressure there too. Threw a good ball. Threw it right to the spot. Fortunately, Murdoch was not able to keep his feet there, but good-looking throw, Levi Howe.
An observation I had here at halftime warm-ups. I saw Crimebrink and Perry kind of nonchalantly, if I counted right, and I have this window here, but I think it was 50 in the air rather easily.
Yeah, both have good arm talent.
It was very nice.
Oh, boy,
good
Max
punt
Walker.
there by Walker.
Oh, boy.
Taking a Tiger bounce. And the Bulldogs will take over at the 29.
You know, we were talking at half, too, about this was a good crowd. And both Jeremy and Brian said, this is really cool to be here with this crowd. Then they roll out the youth cheerleaders, the little cheerleaders.
Yeah.
There's about 50 of them out there.
Yeah.
And that got the crowd rolling.
You
and
bet.
it was big time tonight at Swanton with the youth cheerleaders. And I think of Shelly Davis and the program that she's built at Liberty Center.
Yeah.
And how they've got the state champions
The
on the board and
competition
the
stuff,
competition
yes.
and the work. And, I mean, she is a Hall of Fame coach and has brought cheerleading to another level at Liberty Center. Looks like Swanton's doing the same over here.
You bet. Swanton out of the gun.
There you go.
Give off the left side with a little bit of room.
Ooh, man, he runs hard.
It's Horniak Ramsey.
I mean, he's been the guy, like you've talked about. He's the guy that has had the positive yardage.
Then he comes out. He runs a play and he comes out. I don't know if this.
Yeah.
I would leave number one in the game.
Yeah,
and I would keep giving him the football.
Looked down on my sheet, and I thought he was down, and he gained 10 more yards.
I mean, that's the third or fourth play where he has ran through two kickoffs where he ran through tackles. Keep giving that guy the ball. He is a senior, unfortunately for Swanton.
Parker Trumbull in a 3 technique here at tackle. He might be lined up off sides.
It's going to be a quarterback keep.
Parker with the little tackle, and who else was that?
Kruger.
Yeah, Kruger boy.
Billy Kruger, nice read there.
The son of Charlie Kruger, an all-time great center. Boy, Charlie Kruger played banged up, ankles and wrists, and looked like he was in a biker gang at practice, man, all taped up, black and blue. But Charlie was a tremendous football player for us, and Billy's got that same toughness streak in him as well.
Hayden Dotson here at a corner.
Charlie Kruger, mean on the field.
Gentle giant off.
Super nice off. You bet. Quarterback Wilson for the Bulldogs. Now in, kind of drop straight back, roll right, throw incomplete.
Another flag here.
Flag on the play.
You know, what would be the worst idea keep that yellow thing in the pocket.
Yeah.
And just let this thing
That's-
go.
That's right. I think
There's
the
no
clock
reason.
is still ticking here. We do have a running clock. I'm
Just
sure you've seen that.
Let's not stop and have conversations. And no reason to have 40 penalties in a game that's been over for an hour and a half.
Tick, tick,
tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick.
It's moving. 6 minutes left in the third.
These games really do go quick when that clock's running.
I mean, a great thing by the OHSAA.
Yes.
Good choice. Long overdue.
Now, there's some
Love
decisions I'd like to talk about with the OHSAA, but we won't get into that
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. I know what you mean.
That might be one of the few good decisions that they've made.
Wilson drops back. Scrambles over to the right side. Puts his shoulder down.
Cole Spangler
Gets a
with
few
his
yards.
7th tackle of the night. He's just
he's been
piling up
active.
numbers.
Easton Flory coming off the field there as well on that tackle. Did somebody say Easton Flory is the squat champ?
You know, was it? I don't think it's Easton. I think it's his brother.
Trey?
Trey Flory is the squad.
Sure?
They
Trey's
came
skinnier
home.
than.
They came home.
Okay.
My boys said Trey Flory.
It can't.
Okay,
Trey's
this is a point of contention, and here's why. Coach a little baseball with Brian. He had the two boys there at the game. One of them, I don't know, Trey's the older one. I think it was
Trey's
Easton.
got
No,
he's
he's the
got
guy.
the lettuce.
Easton
He's got
had the shorty shorts on, you know, and he's got these pass over the middle, incomplete. He's got
Murdoch.
these big quads. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you've been in the weight room. And Trey's sitting right there. And now that I know that maybe Trey's the champ, I bet you that was like a slap in the face, and I didn't even know it.
I think
because I was telling his brother he's looking
Right.
in the weight room. But
I'm telling
see
you,
if I can get Uncle
Bergstrom Barrett came home and said, "Dad, you're not listening to me. This
Uncle
guy
Brennan.
can
me
flat
see.
out squat." And I'm like, "What the? That's a lot of weight, man."
that's great. Love that.
Yeah.
A little stronger than the old man. Hope he's listening.
Yeah, the old, not a strength of the father was the weight room. Strength and humor. If humor was strength, he'd be the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Murdoch picks it up.
This is boy,
brought
oh boy,
down.
'cause
Good
he was
tackle.
getting ready to go.
Good tackle
That
there.
was a touchdown. I think Murdoch knew he had a lane. Yeah, I think Trey Flory's got that squat
That is
record.
awesome
We're
by
gonna get
Trey.
this straightened out here. We're gonna get an answer. Just hold tight. See if Brennan's alert on his cell phone here.
Howe under center for the Tigers. Pitch off the right side of Jakeway. He's got room. He's got room. Juke and jive. 4 Bulldogs there to bring him down, and they do.
Oh,
The ball's loose. Who's got it? We got it at the 47.
so this is confirmed.
Okay, what do we got?
Trey Flory.
Yeah, well, I think
That
I
is
think I
admirable.
made. I think I.
I think it might be deadlift. I don't know that it's squat.
Oh, I think it's
it might
squat.
be
No, I'm telling you, I had this conversation because I texted Eric and Nick Miller and said, "I've heard this kid is a master squatter," and they confirmed it.
No kidding.
That is admirable.
Guy can ride a
Man.
motorcycle, squat. He can do it all.
Love that. Give straight ahead to Silvis.
Tell you what, this Silvis and Jakeway combination,
Good.
I like it.
They just run hard.
And the different styles too.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like that. A little change of pace.
Yeah.
You know, Drew looks like he's going to a little bit faster than Jakeway.
Jakeway's
kind of
bruiser.
He is. He's a bruiser, and he's got good vision, nice cuts.
This offensive line, they're blocking.
They're moving them.
Plenty of holes for this younger group.
2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Give off the right side.
Number 68 led that one. I really like that pull. Mason Talent came through on like a 4 trap, maybe.
Braxton Light, a good run.
It was a good run by Light.
You sure that was Light or was that
I think
Silvis?
it was
16, yeah, Light.
Okay.
Yep.
Senior.
Oh, good looking block there as well by the guard. Clock winding down here, trying to get to the under the 1 minute mark.
Now pitches off the left side to
Ty
Jackson.
Jackson.
Not a lot happening.
Well, last year it was 70-0, and I don't know that they're going to get to 70. They might. And we're watching it, and Casey was working really hard not to get there, and sometimes it's hard.
Second and 10 for the Tigers. Pitch off the right side.
Ooh, nice looking run.
Good run. Who is that? New guy. Another new guy?
Naraki. Trenton Naraki.
Naraki, okay.
That looked good. That looked
Sophomore. Yeah, he had a
Very
little
nice.
burst there, didn't he?
Man, we got like 4 guys here that are having some quality reps for the Tigers.
Just did. I mean, look at that sophomore class. We just rattled off 4 guys that look really good running the football.
Yeah.
It's just a battle just to get a rep with some of this depth.
Yeah, a lot of good players. Some of these second, third, fourth team kids would be 6-4, 7-3 in this league.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes. The future is bright in Tiger Town. Howe give off the right side to Silvis. Keeps his legs turning.
Hard run.
Got the first down.
And I think a lot of these sophomores too, that leap from sophomore to junior, when you get it one more year in the weight room, these players are going to look completely different next year.
Yes,
you like what
right.
you see, you add another 10, 15 pounds of muscle. Oh boy.
All right, that's the end of 3 quarters. Liberty Center 51, Swanton 0, and let's hear from our sponsors.
This 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Ryder Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, Pisanello's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
All right, we're back here, beginning in the 4th quarter. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about the schedule. There is a game tomorrow. Finley is coming to town to take on our JV squad, and that'll be a good game. Get out to the stadium and see that. Then Monday we've got freshman football, and check the schedule at lctigersportslive.com for further details.
All right, here we go. Start of the 4th quarter. Howe gives off the left side to. That's Light.
Light.
He picks up a few. Ever so closer to another Tiger touchdown.
Talking about Swan's history, NWL championships in 57, 69, 78, then the Hansberger years, 81, 85, 89, 91, 95, 2015. I mean,
wow.
This Swanton football team and this tradition here is no joke, and that started with Dave Hansberger, an all-time great coach in this league. And I was just thinking about the number of championships that they've won here. Is that Silvis or was that Ty Jackson?
Oh, it was. Yeah, my bad there. Ty Jackson, what a night.
3 power for the touchdown.
That guy's got 2 touchdowns and a pick.
That's a big night.
Have a night, big fella.
Ty Jackson, we start – Steely Dan is starting to knock. Starting to knock on the door. That might be the decision could be close to being made. Ty Jackson having a big night. Good job by the senior.
We're gonna have to have Cole download some Steely Dan music.
Reeling in the years.
As soon as we explain to him who it is.
I think so.
As soon as we explain who Steely Dan is to Cole.
They got some hits.
Kick up and good. That's a new kicker right there, too. Who is that?
Gumbosh?
88.
Gombash?
Gombash?
Yeah.
Grubaugh. Tristan Grubaugh.
Yep.
All right. It brings the tally to 58 zip Liberty. 10:30 left here in the game.
See, maybe we be interesting to see if we see a freshman group, like a whole grouping coming out on the kickoff. Or
could.
No, it doesn't look like. It'd be nice to see a freshman get a few snaps on a Friday night. We have not seen a freshman full group yet this season, so this would be a good opportunity here.
You know, the fan base has stayed.
They really
There's
have.
there's a lot of kids here. There's a lot of fans here.
There is. The student section's got really showed out for
I'm kind of
Swanton.
impressed.
I am too.
Now, I think part of it obviously was the cheerleading, and that was great.
Yeah.
To see that many kids, you know, many kids involved. And, you know, Jeremy, you said it. One of the things we got going at Liberty Center since 2010 is youth football. And then we have a tremendous group of coaches in junior high.
Yes.
So the retention rates are so good.
That's right.
You're not losing players. You're adding players. And that's why you get to a 68-man roster this year, 72, 3 last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swanton, I would love to see them with a robust youth football program and a highly energetic junior high group. That's where it really starts today. You just don't get to show up and coach high school.
Yep.
That's right.
And I think the youth football program at Liberty Center is really good, just like the youth cheerleading program at Liberty Center is really good.
That's right.
Ooh. No,
Kick
good
bobbled
look
there by
there.
Swanton.
Nice play.
And brought down.
Drew Silvis. Open
Great
field tackle, yeah.
Great tackle by Silvis.
Is the freshman ready to come out quite yet or not? I don't know. Nope.
Yeah, this is a freshman group.
Is it?
Start banging out some numbers here. 32.
Yeah, it is.
73.
It is.
There's a couple names on the
Tice
jerseys.
Westoven. 60. Colton Weimer, 64.
We got a Dotson out there.
Hayden Dotson.
Hayden Dotson. Brandon Berry. Is that right?
Ian Bailey.
Uh-huh.
Got him.
Swanton drops back the pass. He's got a man out there on the right side deep. One man to beat. Murdoch brings him down at the 30.
Murdoch is not going to.
He's a hunter.
Yeah, you could tell he was sizing that play up. But Swanton showing some life here against a largely freshman group.
Finally got one of them deep balls. You know, they've tested it all night and been wanting it. Number 2, we talked about him for Swanton a little bit. Connor Michi, 6'4", good-looking receiver. Finally able to make a play.
Good-looking throw, too. In
It was a good throw there by Wilson.
Isaiah Brandenberry on the line.
All right, we'll see if the Tigers can preserve the shutout. Give off the left side, around the end. And good tackle there by 17.
Hayden Dotson, good
Hayden
job.
Dotson.
Nice play.
Good pursuit angle. Number 64, Colton Weimer in this game.
Those Dotsons were tough, weren't they? Chris and Brian.
Well, Brian was as tough as they come, I can tell you that.
He was a heck of a defensive end
He
guard.
was. He was
a what? 2001 graduate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, 02. He played in 01. He's a year younger than me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Football season 01.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
E.N. Bailey at a corner, top of your screen. Oh, boy, here comes Jackson Ward.
Right. Yeah, Ward showed some speed there on that
a
pursuit. And almost a good catch by Swanton. But
I've heard some
incomplete.
good things about Jack Ward.
Jack
the
Ward
coaches kind of like him. Effort, just weight room, and his ability to want to work to become a good player.
Last week against St. Francis, the freshmen go into DeSales and just take them apart, and Jackson Ward is just finding people and taking names and laying people out on offense and in defense. I mean, I'm telling you, he's a bad dude.
That's
and
great.
As bad as he is the Duck King of Henry County.
He
Henry
is
County
champion
Fair.
Duck 2 times.
Back-to-back
Yeah.
grand champ.
Yes.
Just so gentle. Feeds them upright, trains them.
Love that.
Look at this pursuit, though. Jack
Ward's
Ward's got it.
yeah.
There it is, Jack Ward.
Talking about it.
Yes, sir. That looked like Jack Ham right there. Oh, man.
Well, hey.
Eric Weimer going to like that.
You make some plays like that, and you start to see some more time.
Jackson Ward. You know, we're talking about this Ducks and how dominant of a Ducker he is. That right there.
Oh.
That right there was legit.
Well, I can tell you that running back was ducking for cover.
Yeah, he was.
Boom, boom.
Oh, man. Ducking for cover.
Yeah.
Wow. No pun intended. Nice play by Jackson Ward.
Brings up fourth down.
There's Jackson
Swanton's
again.
trying
There's
for
that
it.
man again and going to get him. Jackson Ward.
Smokes.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
feeling
my
good.
Goodness. Uh-oh.
Jackson Ward.
Well, Steely Dan's got some people to think about.
Jeez.
Jackson Ward just shut that thing right
Oh,
down.
that's right.
Boy, young freshman showing up like that, that is great to see. I know Coach Eric Weimer is going to be excited about that one. You know, before the season, I was talking to Eric a little bit. He goes, just keep an eye out for Jack Ward. Just keep an eye out. And I can see why.
Love that.
He just ran that play down. 2 back-to-back negative plays. Number 23, Bergstrom Barrett checks in.
Bergie, we got a Baden hop in at quarterback here. That's Rawson Peters around the left side, and he can move.
Speed.
He can move. One man to beat.
Cutback. Get up.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, man, that was close. Brought down
he
at
can
the 4.
move, and he is tough.
Yeah.
You know, we have a
got some
superintendent.
wheels.
That's a superintendent's kid, and, you know, Richie Peters is a professional, but he wasn't that tough. His boy is a lot tougher.
Didn't
than
know
Richie
him, but,
Peters.
you know, just saying. That Rawson's looking good.
Shot out of a cannon.
That was
Good-looking run.
explosive. He really is a good-looking player. Great baseball player, tough, competitive basketball player.
Yeah.
But the Peters kid, Roston Peters,
flashing the speed.
Another guy is going to show up as a youngster. Now Rex Lindgren would have given him a bunch of stuff for not getting in the end zone.
Smelling it.
Smell it and finish it. But oh boy, Jackson Ward here is going to run a wildcat.
Holy cats, look at this.
Oh,
Get
goodness,
off me.
he got it.
He's
Jackson
in.
Ward.
Jackson
man.
Ward, the wildcat touchdown.
That's a reward for
I think you're right.
meat grinding.
That's right. Love that.
Well, that has just put another tally on the man of steel.
You could have a shared.
Look out. I think you're right.
Mark doesn't like to share the
Gong.
Steely Dan's, but tonight he may be forced to do it again.
Gong.
Couple dudes. Now we got some things to talk about.
Grubaugh to kick
Uh-oh.
the PAT.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Unsuccessful for the Tigers.
Well, you got to love that for the freshmen getting in on their first drive and break a big one like that. You saw the excitement. The rest of the players out in the field excited for Rawson Peters in the big run, and then Jack just punching it.
And guys, once again,
Wildcat.
The future is bright
Yeah.
in LC.
Yeah.
The future's bright. We love it.
Well, just, junior high. We talked about the junior high coaches, and
that's it.
These guys are just churning out wins year after year after year, and developed, and they get to the freshman level, and it just keeps rolling.
Well, you know,
downhill.
in the Peters household, the real blood and guts competitor is Ashley. If you ever watch Ashley, she's over there biting nails. She's about, the smallest, thinnest thing you've seen, and she's walking up and down the sidelines and reserve games just chewing nails. And, Richie's got the tan and the three-piece suit, and Ashley is just grinding on these basketball games. And I'm telling you, I go to games and I'm watching the fans, and Ashley is just gnashing her teeth.
I just got a text from the school administration.
I love it.
Actually, hard to get hired by the school, man. I gotta watch it.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff from Roston Peters. Good to see, like you said, Jigs, good to see the freshmen get a taste.
Swanton indecisive on that kickoff. Results in bad field position.
Zabo Silvas, I believe.
Been a long night on special teams for Swanton. They look
Yeah.
indecisive, and you just don't know what's going on. But
Well, I think you see some of these collisions, and
Now I
you're
think
like,
you
I
have
don't
the
think I wanna
freshman
touch the
unit.
ball. Freshman defense here.
full freshman group. Okay.
Looks like it. AJ Selmy.
He's a tough player. I like him.
Yeah.
Number 13, Asher Miller. Good-looking athlete.
Asher's got some big size. He's
Track.
a big kid.
Track guru. Problem is you got Ray Nitschke in there and Jackson Ward, and
He doesn't let anybody else get the tackles.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this
Swing
could be
pass over to the right.
Safety.
Trouble.
Not a fumble.
Lost a couple.
I like the pursuit there by Asher Miller. He made a nice play.
I'm telling you guys,
Man,
he's
he
an
can
athlete.
Run. He can really run.
I've coached him in baseball with Richie Peters and Jason Moeller, and he can run. He is an athlete.
Yeah.
I think we ultimately lose him to track because he's like a deer. He's so athletic.
Yeah.
He ran across the field for that play.
Yeah, he did. That was a nice looking play.
Very nice.
Quickly and quietly exit. It's a raucous crowd tonight here at Swanton. Really, a lot more energetic than I expected, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a great. There's a lot of people here.
There is.
People in the end zones down there.
I've talked to some people over here and preparing for the game, and there is flickers of hope. This team, in the first 3 games, delivered better results than they did in the first 3 last year. And these games are competitive. The Ottawa Hills game was competitive. The Hicksville game was competitive. And Paulding a little less so because Paulding's a pretty good football team. But, they got the schedule right. They got the right balanced schedule to give them a chance to be in games.
Yeah.
You just got to win. I played on an 0-10 team in 85. I was on an 0-10 team in Rex's first year. And, man, you just want to get one win, and you couldn't get it. But then the next year,
yeah.
if you could we did it. We put together some wins early, got that big Swanton win, and propelled us in 87 to go 8-2, and much more difficult to be in the playoffs back in the 80s. But Swanton, looking for that win. They haven't had a lot of those wins, and they weren't going to get one tonight, Jigs, but the Ottawa Hills game, I watched it on film. Good game.
Yeah.
Really good game for Swanton. And I really thought the Hicksville game was way better. So, like I said, I think there's a little buds, shoots of optimism. Can they get a win? Can they get 2? That's big for a program that's struggling.
Sure. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Swanton, 2nd and 12 from about the 1 or 2.
Oh boy, drew them off sides.
These boys are ready to go.
Hungry. Mason Olaszewski. Maybe a jump there, but
I think the Parasini duo in there, Troy and
Jack Badenhop.
Jake.
Jack, number 0. You might see him play some Division I basketball before his career's over.
He can throw the football, too.
I'll tell you what.
He can sling it.
Yeah,
he doesn't even look like he's trying to throw it.
He reminds me of the Griggs kid in Wasion. He does everything well.
Yeah.
Jack Badenhop is just silky smooth top-end athlete.
Yeah.
Again, got that from his mother. The
Definitely.
The Badenhop family. That's all mom.
For sure. Nothing doing up the middle there for Swanton.
Ooh,
who's that?
Now we're gonna have a penalty.
Oh, boy. Lucas Leidy.
Leidy,
yeah.
You know who Lucas Leidy is? The son
Nate's
of.
son. That's right. Boy, I like that play.
Billy Kruger flashing a little.
They're gonna get him late, but I don't know that I agree with that. But good aggressive
These young guys
play
these young guys are excited. They're playing on Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, this could be the last snap or 2, but cross-buck construction.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Call that guy for
Nate,
some concrete.
Oh, yeah, he's got a job. I've been trying to hunt him down. He's so busy. I might see him in the next Olympic year.
It might be in the spring.
I don't know. I'd like to see him soon, but he's so busy. Since he started sponsoring our podcast, everybody's calling him.
Boom.
You're welcome, Nate Leidy.
Millions of viewers.
Our podcast is just, he sponsors it, Crossbuck does, and good grief.
We got to keep having the coaches, by the way. Great feedback from the great Nick Miller coming on.
Nick was awesome. You knew he would be, though.
Yep.
Quarterback rolls right, has a lot of room.
Oh, Howie.
He got whacked over there in the
That's going to do it right there.
Tigers side. And that will do it for this contest in Swanton tonight with the Liberty Center Tigers 64 and Swanton nothing.
All right, we're going to take a break here to hear from our sponsors. We're going to come right back with the Swanton Welding post-game show and the Man of Steel.
This 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, Pisanello's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
All right, we're back here. Here we go, Scott. Ready?
Ooh. Yeah, a little Steely Dan.
There it is.
Little Steely Dan right
It
there.
is the Swanton Welding Post-Game Show with your host, Steely Dan.
Yeah, I love it. Love getting Steely Dan prepping. So, guys, tonight, I think we knew the outcome and the results of this, but all four of us saw some really good play. You know, the varsity obviously took care of business very early, but I think the award winners happened later in the game, and we've talked about a few names, but Mark, you've been all over the field tonight. A couple guys that you like tonight.
I was there when Ty Jackson ran that ball back, and I'm going to tell you what, not only did he make a great catch, but the run and the patience. I mean, he actually almost stopped dead in his tracks to wait for his blockers to come through, and then a great hurdle over that.
That was Badenhop. I think that was Badenhop on the hurdle.
Was it on?
Yeah, he
okay.
hurdled.
Jackson
back to
ran,
back.
back to back. Yep.
Yes.
But the pursuit, the brain, I lost my word. The great football sense.
The feel for it.
Just the intellect of. Okay, I don't have to be this track star. Wait for my blockers. Come down. Be patient. Look for the seam. Run the ball. I'm going to go all the way, Ty Jackson.
Yeah,
I don't even have another name. But I do want to say, you really got to watch, and it hasn't been fair the last 4 weeks. The interior line play we have on the offensive line, I could give it to any one of those guys any day.
That would be what Spike would say.
Yeah, that would be a spiker. But when we're looking for the break, don't bend guy. They don't bend.
Yeah,
they don't bend. They don't
happen.
break. But my guy tonight's Ty Jackson.
All right.
I will go with just a couple of mentions here because I think I know where you guys are going to go. Just a couple guys that flashed tonight for me were Jakeway and Silvis running the ball. Hard-nosed runs, like to see it. Love Brady Badenhop's pick.
Yeah.
So just a few guys that I just saw some good things out of tonight. But go ahead with maybe what I think is
where you're going to go, James. We know where you're going.
Yeah, I'll give you 3. Badenhop, not only the interception, but to be able to get into the end zone. That is a rare feat to be able to interception, return for a touchdown. He looked good tonight. Jack Ward, the freshman, man.
Oh, man.
They got him the touchdown at the end.
He got a wildcat carry.
I mean, he was chasing dudes down in the backfield. I mean, tackles for loss. I think he had 2 tackles for loss in his short time that he played.
The intensity. You could just see it.
And he wanted it.
He's
I mean, he was, Love to see that. And Ty Jackson, the guy, he's got 2 touchdowns, interception with a great return tonight. That's what you love to see out of a senior. The guy that's just been fighting for playing time his whole career, gets a chance, and what a nice night for Ty Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys hit them all. I mean, the only guy that I would say you want to talk about would be Cole Spangler. I mean, in that group, Cole was very productive. Really good job on defense. I think he's going to lead our team in tackles tonight, 7 or 8. That's very productive, and he did it early, too. Wasn't just doing it late. I love the run by Roston Peters. I thought that was fantastic. I mean, Jackson Ward, we're talking about Jackson Ward, and what's he doing? He's just running guys down like dogs, making tackles for minus negative plays. But my vote, and I get to make. I'm going to
yes,
pull.
you are. It's your
I'm going to pull it tonight. And oftentimes I like to step away, but I think Ty Jackson tonight had a big night. Too many good things. He made a lot of plays, made them early, made them late. And, seniors, these guys that aren't starters, you could go two ways with that. You could say, you know what, I'm out, and I'm not playing, I'm not interested. He's working in practice. It's showing up in games. We talked about it against Eastwood. Ty Jackson came in a tough spot in a huge game, really showed up, and then tonight he got rewarded with some big-time plays. And I think the Steely Dan player of the game, the Swan Welding Man of Steel, a.k.a. the Steely Dan Award, goes to number 12 senior Ty Jackson. And I think it was a good race tonight, but Ty Jackson gets the award from us.
Yep, I think we're good. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. They're turning the lights on and making us run. A great win by Liberty Center tonight. A lot of players, 64-0. Jeremy?
Yeah, that'll do it here from the east side of Fulton County. The final score, Liberty Center 64, the Swanton Bulldogs 0. Have a great night, everybody.